are here.
He's here.
You're at this this repository of sorts of like tomes, scrolls, and books, of which a few you have looked through, and I gave you your loot at the end of last session, and I think you guys identified a good chunk of it.
There were like 3 books. One was a dexterity tome, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think there was one that we didn't identify, and then one was just well, there was a collection of books I know that was worth money, which I think I have.
Yep.
Can't remember. Was there 3 magic books? I feel like there's 3, and I can't remember what the third one was.
There was. One of them was a book
Oh
of
yeah,
the
it was
Lore
a
Master.
bard. That's right.
Unfortunately, it can't be used by any of you guys, but it's
Yeah.
there.
It's worth money, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll be here. My roll 20 is like frozen. I'm gonna have to back out and restart it.
Oh, roll 20.
It's like I get all the way up to like clicking on the character sheet and then it just doesn't open.
My problem seemed to be fixed when I started doing pop out character sheet. If I just like pop it out right at the beginning, it seems like it's fixed a lot of issues.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
It's just
doesn't not liking it today. Were we even gonna do anything else here, or are we just gonna leave?
Well, you're study, or you're gonna look up stuff here. I forgot what you were gonna look up. But
I already did some of that, but
oh, more on the ghost is what you're gonna try.
So I was trying to do, yeah.
And
but
then
I think we already did that, and I didn't find anything.
And then it was my guy was preparing a spell, Death Ward, so I could cast the Word of Recall with it.
Yeah. I think I already did. I think we already went through that though. I think we already had the. Like I already looked through it and didn't find what I was looking for. I think. And I know there's one other spot in the library or the Museum of Failure or whatever that we didn't go to. So I don't know if we're planning to go to that or if we're just gonna get out of here.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean, I think at this point, Jane and Gus would probably not want to do it. Lowell's is likely indifferent, and your curator host is probably the only one that is encouraging you to go there, so just so that you can see and
he's
learn.
Like really excited about it, but
well, he's always very solemn.
Yeah, but I mean,
his face has a perpetual like frown.
Oh, okay, that's just
but
how
he
shows
he
excitement.
does seem eager about like
in his own way.
kind of wallowing with you.
I mean, we've probably seen enough of his bullshit at this point, I think, but
yeah, Cormac's ready to get out of there, and his Death Ward. Like, if once he casts Death Ward, we only have 10 minutes, so it's. And if he doesn't have it active, he's at -4 levels compared to.
Right. Well, and I would have been able to like teleport us, but now I can't because I used too many arcane pool points, so I can't spell recall the teleport back because I don't have the improved version of it. If I did, I could because it only cost me 3 points, and I have 3 points left. But I don't get the improved version because of my archetype. I just get the base version later. But yeah,
Sounds like we should head back to at least the place that I ordered recalled, which is where the first
it was where we first met.
Hazardton Lulz.
Lulz here, fake Lulz.
This Lulz.
Yeah. Ego lulz.
Lulz Jr.
Cormac will say, "You guys ready?"
Yup.
Yeah.
All right, so you're leaving.
Yeah, and
Okay.
He'd
You'll probably be leaving over this way.
No, we're gonna use word of recall.
Or you're gonna teleport.
Yeah, teleport
So you
back.
you can teleport everybody.
Since he has Death Ward, yes.
Okay, good. Because yeah, you're teleporting 6 people here. Aptolino bids you farewell, but does advise you guys to, if you come back, do please see the rest of humanity's failures here, so that you don't repeat their mistakes.
All right. Part of me thinks that the mistakes are going into the Museum of Failure, but take that under consideration.
He does say that you have the potential to be better than them.
Okay, that's very polite of him.
All right. Cormac will say, hit the word. I don't really have a word set in mind, but he'll say the word, and boop.
Okay, you do. So it's going to teleport you back to where specific?
To where we fought that creature, where we met
The ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, not the ghost.
That
the well.
camp.
The well.
Worm.
The camp at the well.
Okay. Yeah, there's something like specifically about this map, and I don't know what it is, but there's like a memory leak or something that makes everything really slow. Because it doesn't happen on any of the other maps.
You should like remake it, make a map version of the map that only has the camp.
Is there like a lower resolution?
I really don't know what it is. Because like I have maps that are bigger than this that don't chug. It's
Even
like some kind of hidden asset or something I haven't found yet.
The gigantic map I'm using for my Thursday game looks pretty snappy too. Not really. Although that one I'm not sure if it helped or not, but cutting the grid down to size might have helped. Kept the resolution of the map lower at least.
Once we're out of this area, I'll start using like word of recall if I prepare it to like get us to like the giant camp where we have friendly giants instead of going back here. That way we don't have to come back here once we do the delay.
Yes, this map. Hey, it moved all right there. So move one tile over. Right, because we haven't actually done. We're probably to try to do them all kind of in succession.
Yeah.
Which means we will be coming back to the Failure Museum because we got to go back there to activate the Star Delay.
I wonder if I disable the grid. Or I could disable, I don't know, the dynamic lighting maybe?
That would make sense. Like, the dynamic lighting could be I could definitely see that being the cause of, like... Yeah.
slow
Like
movement
being
for the
slowed,
PCs.
yeah. I could see like it calculating the dynamic lighting, slowing things down.
You know what it is, Matt? Is this tower has broken reality?
Yeah,
and
really.
it's
Yeah,
affecting the real world.
good call. That's probably what it is.
The physics breaking tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could turn off dynamic lighting just because I think you guys have seen the whole thing, so it doesn't really
That'll
affect.
probably help. Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I don't know what it is.
I said if nothing else. One thing you could try to do for the future is just crop like only the campsite, for example, as its own. All right, let's see if this fixes it. Hey, yeah, that must have been it. I'm able to like. Wow, it's like the shackles have been taken off.
Yeah.
That must have been it. That must have been the cause of it then. It's something
Yeah,
to do with the dynamic light.
it might have been that the map, like, since it was so big or like all put together, like the lighting just was overworking, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they're technically still kind of.
I
is
have no
dynamic lighting,
vision.
because when I move around I don't know what's going on now. It looked like it was moving, but now it's not. I have no idea.
I took off fog of war and dynamic lighting. I'm not sure how you can't see anything.
Oh, what is going on? When I scroll,
We need to
fucking
turn off
looks weird.
just dynamic lighting
Holy
altogether.
shit!
Yeah, I did.
No, he did.
It's not even enabled. It's not enabled.
There's like a
I'm gonna
check mark
refresh.
box down towards
gonna
the
refresh.
bottom.
Yeah,
that you
no,
have to turn off.
Dynamic lighting is not enabled,
I think this
Fog of
map
War is
just
completely
cursed.
turned off.
and fog of war is not enabled either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
refresh
it
did
looked
it.
weird when I scrolled up and down too. Like I don't know, the map was like part of the map was scrolling inside the rest of the map. Like it's some strange Aeons shit if I'd ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this map.
At least I was able to move around again though, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I am getting like very smooth like character token selections
Okay,
and
yep. Refreshing
movements.
seems to have fixed all my issues.
It just seems weird that dynamic lighting would do this because I feel like I've had dynamic lighting on maps that were more complex than this.
There probably is just some weird bug that your particular dynamic lighting just happened to hit.
Maybe.
Actually wonder
So
if you almost should put it back on and then send a link to the campaign to like a developer, like, hey, there's a bug, like a memory leak here caused by dynamic lighting. See if you can figure out what's causing it so you can fix it.
Yeah, I'm too lazy
Probably
for it.
not something-
Anyway,
Yeah, it's probably. I don't feel
now
like
that you guys can move around and stuff, you guys return to the camp. Lulz takes his book back. Well, he takes both of them back out, his little journal and the Necronomicon, and he sits down like back where he's kind of set up this little makeshift desk, and goes back to writing. What do
alright,
you guys do?
set up watches. What time of day is it?
I'll say it's like it's early evening. The sun hasn't gone down yet.
Alright.
So there is still daylight. for a while.
I don't think we're planning to do much here. Who's reading the Dex manual, by the way? Like, I don't feel like it's probably should be like. You sure? Because I think Kudu would be a good pick
Reading that?
for the Dex manual. Yeah, inherit +2 to Dex would be pretty good for you, right?
Oh, Dex. Oh, I thought you were just telling me to read a book.
Well, it is a book, but
Right.
it is a book that you got to read.
What?
It'll take like I can't
Take
remember.
2 days, 48
Yeah.
hours.
Uh-huh.
Well, it'll take longer than that probably because you'll probably have to spread it out over. Unless we sit here for 2 days straight, you'll probably have to spread it out. But I mean, it's something Kudu could work on while we're in camp or whatever.
So I can certainly use it, but I do not need it by any means.
All right. So we're saying Jane should read it then.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I'm just saying between the players that are present at the table, I do not need it.
Yeah, but
it's only
who
gonna
needs
give me
loot?
the only thing it's gonna do is give me a +1 to hit.
It'll
Other
give
than
you a
that,
+1 to hit, a +1 to AC, a +1 to reflex, a +1 to all of your dex skills.
yeah, it
So-
don't really matter. All those things are
Kudu's-
like
Kudu's
already.
Because I don't.
They're
get
already
any really
amazing.
bonus.
Is what I'm saying is that like my numbers are already high, so it's like if somebody's lacking, then they could use it.
Well, like I could theoretically use it to get my dex up to 16, but then I'm wearing plate mail, so it doesn't help me, right?
Right.
So unless I
Yeah,
upgrade my
true.
plate mail to mithril plate mail, but I'm not a dex-based character, so
Right.
And I'm wearing full plate, so.
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, and
I
if
guess
Gus
Gus
wouldn't,
could use it maybe, but I mean he doesn't use dex that much either because he's basically just a caster.
right? I guess
He's not using like touch spells or anything. So like I said, Jane is dex based, so Jane would make sense to use it too if we're gonna
right, but
give it
Jane
to
doesn't
the
output
NPC.
anything really.
But would that change if we gave her +2 to her dex inherently? Hmm.
Well, Jane doesn't do a lot of damage, but Jane also doesn't have very much gear.
Yes, that's
For
probably-
her level, she is severely lacking in
Yeah.
Like the best gear she has is not even like her main weapon. It's Red Destiny.
Yeah, that's probably the most expensive thing
Like,
she
right-
has.
Let me see. Like right now, let me see if I'm empowered.
You know, she could use
I
the.
am.
She could hold on to the old ass sword, the aberration bane
The
one.
bastard sword?
Yeah, I think that's
Well, what I was
about
thinking,
as good as Red Destiny generally, but
what I was thinking about that is if you hold on to it, I could bestow a weapon proficiency.
oh,
And then
okay.
at least like in combat, I could cast that. It only lasts minutes per level, but
It might be good
like,
if we're
if we
against
get into
something that it's
combat-
good against, like if we're against an
Yeah.
aberration.
Weird.
I mean, I don't know if we're keeping this sword. This sword is the same one as what the ghost had, so it might have something to do with that. Like we might have to destroy it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Jane
But-
is still an 11th level character. Gus's charisma isn't particularly high.
Yeah. So, like, if I took that, if I'm not, if I don't have my elemental overflow, I would be at a 16. And with my elemental overflow. Wait, no. What? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so if I took that, I would be at an 18. And with my elemental overflow, it'll put me at 20. So I mean, yeah, they're nice numbers, but like I don't know. I'm not a huge target, and I have all these luck options and reroll options and concealment options.
I mean, if you say so, I could start targeting you more.
I mean, like I said, I think it's a no-brainer. Either Kudu or Jane reads the book
Okay.
because no one else really uses decks.
Yeah,
so.
the only two characters that use decks like more than like what everyone else can use decks for are Kudu and Jane because you're ranged fighter.
Right. And
If you want to give it to the cohort and invest in her, like that's still useful, but you guys haven't
well,
invested
that's
in
what
her
I'm
very
trying
much.
to figure out is like if
I think that's
we
fine.
do we want to invest in her because it doesn't seem like we really have because she seems really weak and it's like this is something you can't take off and put on somebody else later, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But again, it's not like super important that I have it, so I'm definitely not greeding for it at all. I think I'm fine with or without it. It doesn't really matter. But if she's
Okay,
gonna
I
be
mean,
with us, like her survivability is somewhat important.
I'm fine giving it to Jane. So.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have her read a book, learn some more,
It'll take her probably a week to get through it during
give
the
her
downtime
some
we have. But
meditation time, think on it.
Yeah, she can do some stuff.
She can bust out like whatever amount of time because she usually goes on watch with Gus, and if they're on watch, she could be reading it while they're on watch.
yeah,
My pizza's ready.
damn, I wish I had pizza right now.
I have pizza. I bought it earlier.
Oh,
That's
you
where
know
I was
what,
coming
though?
back from. I had to go pick it up.
Yeah, I do have a pizza hot pocket. That's kind of close. I don't have it. I have it in my freezer. I could go make that. Maybe later.
Okay, well, Jane humbly accepts the book, and she says that she'll read it and learn what it has, and if you tell her that it has magical properties, she'll try to absorb what she.
All right. And then I think after sleeping on it, I'm gonna try to look into that other book that we couldn't identify last time, some more. And probably after we get negative levels removed. That's the other thing too. We're gonna have to like spend a bunch of time removing negative levels.
Well, right now the negative levels that you guys do have, those are temporary.
Right. We're gonna want to remove them before they become permanent, though. So I think we're planning to rest, and then we're just gonna cast that restoration before we hit that 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because it's like 100 gold of diamond dust to remove them when they're temporary, and you can remove them all at once when they're temporary. Whereas if you wait till, like, if we end up
They're
getting
permanent.
them
You have to wait a week.
and they become permanent, you have to wait a week at a time for each one individually, and they cost 1,000 each. Like, that's a huge difference, especially when you have like 3 each.
How many? That reminds me. How many days have gone by since Cormac died? Just so I can keep track of the week. Cause
We're on like the second day, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's been a week yet.
No, it definitely hasn't been a week. He just
I
wants to
knew.
know
I
how
knew.
close it was to a week. And I think it's only been 2 days.
I knew. Okay. I knew it wasn't a week for sure. I was
Like,
just.
I think
I want to keep
this
track.
is the second day, basically. We got you resurrected yesterday in game, and then there was today, and we're most of the way through today.
Yeah, let's see. Jane has energy drain. She has negative levels on her. Gus also, I think, has energy drain.
Gus
Yeah,
definitely
he
does.
also has negative levels.
He got some from that haunt. I don't. Is that where Jane got hers too?
I think so. I think like everybody except for like one person.
I didn't.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't
So-
have
was
energy.
hot.
He might. Let me check.
I have
He
3
might have
negative
the negative
levels
but I cast.
Oh,
I
do-
think.
and 2 permanent. I'm sorry.
Mine actually, I don't need removed, right? Because mine were from Enervate, or no,
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
strength
you got some from Enervate.
drain.
mine were from Enervate, so those are gonna wear off in a few hours anyway, like without me having to do anything.
Wait,
I
this
wrote,
wasn't strength drain. This was what was that drain? That strength thing? That was only like short duration, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Okay,
that was a
so my
short
strength
one.
is back.
That was
Okay.
like rounds.
yeah, that was a rounds per level
Okay.
gaze or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know, shriek.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was blasphemy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was the spell blasphemy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I still have the. I can probably remove that spell adjustment from here. Now I can not clutter it as much. Let's remove some other stuff. I don't battle mind
Yeah.
link. I don't think I'm
If
gonna get
Gus-
battle mind link anytime soon. Get rid of that.
If Gus had
Mhm.
any ability damage or ability damage, it would be healed because I cast heal on him when.
But I don't think it gets the. I don't think it gets the negative levels though, right?
No, it doesn't. It's just the actual damage.
Okay. So yeah, then Gus has negative levels. Jane has negative levels. I think like you and Kudu do too.
Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
I had an open level 5 slot anyway. I could have just prepared to teleport.
It's all good.
It's because we leveled up, so.
Yeah. I guess yeah. Technically, it's an open
That's
slot.
alright, yeah.
Well, that's how I prepared Death Fort. I use my 7th level slot.
Yeah.
I don't play prepared casters much at all, honestly.
I've
Alright,
grown to like spontaneous ones a lot more, especially when you get the human favorite class bonus. It lets you learn extra spells as a favorite class. It's pretty good.
See, I'm usually play domain or divine casters, so it's like they're prepared spells, but they get access to everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
All right. I guess we'll rest, like talk about what we went through, like
Mm-hmm.
characters, and then set up watches, basically.
Yep. What's your watch order gonna be?
Well, I'm still boosted, so I should probably go first.
Okay. So Kudu's first. Lowell's is not gonna take a watch. He is going to be awake, but he's gonna do his own thing in his journal and with the Necronomicon.
How do we
Cormac
normally?
will take the last watch.
Do we normally divide it into 3 watches? Usually, I think. And do
Yeah.
12 hours.
I don't remember, but yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably take my watch with somebody, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with Kudu or something. I think.
My audio.
I don't know. I don't have
levels
the best
aren't quite
perception,
much to figure that
so
out.
I definitely don't want to be on a watch alone, because I'll probably fail the
Oh, that's
perception
fine.
check.
Yeah, how about Cormac and finger him?
I could watch during Cormac's watch as well.
Perfect.
Okay, so Kudu, Cormac Fingram, and then Gus and Jane.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perceptions, and if you need them, then I'll let you.
I'm gonna prepare a couple spells before going to bed, just in case I need them as well.
Sure.
Okay, I think we're good.
Perception.
Wait, what is my bonus action in this? Was that number correct? Yeah, it is. There's my perception. 23.
Give me a sec. I have to add in my negative levels.
Yeah, I guess Death Ward will have worn off by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably
I'm gonna
remove
roll
mine.
it. Just take -4 on it. So it's a 28 perception instead of 32 because couldn't get the stupid thing to take my.
Okay. Alrighty, thanks. Okay, so we'll just start with the first one. Kudu. During your watch, you do hear some sounds every so often, but they're fairly natural ones.
Okay.
But the only problem with them is that like in this city, like everything has like a weird echo to it. So like even like birds flapping, like the very rare like bird or probably not even a bird, but like winged creature that flies above the city. Like you've seen like desert drakes
Yeah.
every so often
Okay.
above there. Like even like their wings make these like really perturbing like flapping echoes when they pass by. And other creatures that are either big or really small make like either thunderous or like multitudinous like skitterings and stuff like that you pick up every so often.
Oh, annoying.
But
Okay.
deeper into your watch, you do hear something that kind of like thuds and like scrapes along the ground, and you do notice that it is getting
Oh, shit. Then I wake people up.
okay. You start to wake people up, and you, with your very keen senses of hearing, you do also hear whoever or whatever this thing is. It's not particularly. It's not being very good at being quiet, I guess, or it's like excited because you keep hearing this like this slurping sound, like it's like it might be like licking its lips or doing something else, like in the distance. You can't quite see it, but you know it's there somewhere.
Okay. I point
But
that
yeah,
out to
everybody wakes
everybody.
up.
I don't know if I should be alarmed or not, but it's big. It's really big.
Uh,
All right. Well, it's
Gus
gonna
and
take me.
Jane will get ready for something if something bad happens.
I don't really want to go
Cormac's
out
gonna
there.
reach into his bag and pull out a scroll of flame strike just to be ready.
How long does it take to put armor on? Let's see. For full plate, it would take 4 minutes to have my armor put on. Plus, I need someone to help me do that. I don't know if we have time to do that. So instead, I will. Instead, I will take. Hoping that we have 1 minute, I'll try to put on my breastplate instead. Try to don it hastily.
Okay.
Hopefully, we have a minute.
Yeah, you do. And Kudu, you're pretty sure that whatever it is that's out there is still there.
It's still there. Do I think by
Uh,
any of the sounds, does it seem like it might be like, I guess this would be hard to determine, but observing us or something else?
you, although you haven't seen it, you do see that there are like you occasionally glimpse like some kind of like stalk that has an eye attached to it, like come out from like the corner of one of the nearby buildings, and you think that that's the creature, that it has like an eye stalk, that it's like occasionally like peeking around to look at you, so you think it is observing you.
Okay.
But for some reason it doesn't seem interested in leaving.
Do you guys want to approach it? I'm not sure what to do. It's just sitting there. But it keeps looking at us. I'm sure of it.
It's probably happening while I'm putting my armor on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe shout.
Which direction is it? Is it off, like, the map this way?
Yeah, off the
Somewhere.
map.
Yeah.
Cormac will yell at it. What do you want?
Got impatient, huh? Crew's just like, should we approach it?
Okay.
Maybe it'll respond.
He'll listen for a reply.
Okay. You see something appear, like around here, some distance in front of you guys. Like it just appears out of thin air. Maybe it has like this kind of like misty like coalescing, but you see like a lot of these disembodied like limbs, like tentacles and claws and kind of humanoid shaped hands, and no matter like where they're coming from, they're putting like coins and books into each other's hands. And it's just this image that keeps repeating in front of you.
Is there a knowledge?
I think it also like occasionally puts like other things like equipment, things like armors and like swords, but no matter like what's going on, like there's always books and coins involved in it. Is there a knowledge you can perform?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge arcana.
Nope, don't have it.
I have
Why'd
knowledge
I
arcana.
ask? Ooh, okay. Jackson, do you have knowledge arcana? Jackson wants pizza.
Wait, what is it? Plus 19? I need to move this over to the other monitor. It's done. Okay, there we go.
Only Fingrim knows that you are seeing a spell effect, a spell in place. This is a major
Oh, trickery.
Okay, so I'll try to look past it then.
right? You do, and you see. I'm pretty sure Kudu's like pointed out to you guys by now. You see where the you see the building, and you do see like a little eye stalk, and then like a couple of other uh tentacly like appendages like wiggling
Oh.
around it.
Noodly appendages.
Noodly?
Yes.
Ugh.
But yeah, this you know that this image is an illusion. That's what you know from your knowledge check.
All right, I'll tell everyone else that. Like, ignore that. That's not actually there.
But yeah, I guess how long do you guys do anything? This image just kind of keeps repeating for
Uh, I don't-
Let us approach it.
Cormac will, I guess, start putting on his armor. He said, "Give me a minute or a couple minutes."
Okay. Doesn't seem to be going away, so.
Yeah. And if he can put it all on, we'll approach it as after he puts on his armor.
Okay, is it just Cormac?
Huh? No, I mean, we're all going. He's putting his armor on.
Everybody's going? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll put you guys over here.
Hmm. Okay.
And you might be like further on the map, but I'm just gonna have you guys be here for now. But you approach, and by the time like you step up to the illusion or like go past it,
Mhm.
it vanishes, and you hear that slurping sound getting like a lot louder.
Okay.
And I'll say about 15 feet from the corner where you're seeing these the eye stalk and the appendages, something does step from behind out from behind them,
Okay.
and you see this.
Look how happy he is.
Wait, where?
There, yeah, you see it on the edge of the map.
I see it.
Oh my god. Let me refresh.
The speaker doesn't see it.
Roll 20!
Yeah.
I can see that on the stream. Like on this, for some reason, it's not there on the stream. It should be like lined up with me and Gus, like the top of it. Yeah, I don't like
Oh, there
the
he
look of this
is.
thing really, but
No, that's sister's dog. He's all grown up. He
Yes.
recognizes us. He's like,
Eustachios.
I finally found you. I've been following you forever. Your scent. I mean,
Alright,
does
so
it look
step-
hostile? Other than strange looking, I guess.
It comes out from behind its little corner, and it's all of its like tentacles are kind of like flailing about, and it's opening its mouth like pretty wide and licking all of its like teeth and stuff like that very excitedly.
Oh.
Do you guys do anything?
It has legs. I cast Slick
I
underneath it.
sensed motive and stepped back from it because it's kind of freaked out.
Wait, do I want to cast Slick or a wall? Maybe a wall. Let's start with a wall. I cast a wall.
Okay.
Like in front of yourself or in front of it?
Shit, I should move that. Here.
Right in front of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he'll see his reflection and realize he's the ugly duckling and cry home.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
You put up a wall in front of it, and it's like one eye stalk like looks at it, and then looks back up at you, and it doesn't try to go past it or anything. It looks at it for a moment and looks back at you guys,
Is there
and
a
it's still
knowledge
like,
I can make on this thing?
yeah, you can knowledge it. You can knowledge dungeon.
Kudu's super confused. She's like, I don't
Alright.
know.
Yeah, it looks like it might be an aberration too.
Next experiment.
And from your sense motive, you can't really get anything out of it other than like from its body
it's too
language. It's
alien.
telling it it's excited
Excited.
because it is like, yeah, like all of its tentacles are like
Alright, well, it's
wiggly
not a great
and stuff like,
roll.
and like it kind of like bounces a little bit on its 3 legs.
23 for dungeoneering. I haven't really been keeping up on that skill.
So this creature is an aberration. It's actually one that is fairly well colloquially known.
Oh.
A lot of people call these sewer beasts.
Is it an Otiug?
Ew.
But yeah, Otyug is is the more formal name for it. There are aberrations that typically lurk in swamps, sewers, cesspools, middens,
So
if they're in like a city or something.
they're potentially kind of dangerous, but I mean, if you leave them alone, they're
And they do consume refuse.
Can they become companions?
You know that they are intelligent.
Yeah, not super intelligent, I'm guessing, but they have they're not animal. They have higher than animal intelligence, right?
Right, higher than animal intelligence. But you do know that a lot of people are afraid of them, and rightly so, because they are very territorial and they're considered to be like plague and contagion bringers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what's one doing here? Because they're normally in, like in a sewer or like a landfill or something. So it is strange that it's something that this thing's here. I also know that they're not very dangerous, right? Like this is something you run into.
You know that your typical Otyug, you think you could overpower it, but this one, something about this one seems a lot different.
All right, like maybe this is a super powered one.
Because you're pretty sure you just saw it cast a spell.
You think it? Oh, it did that. This thing cast.
Oh, they don't normally do that.
Oh.
Okay.
You also notice that in one of its tentacles, it is like clutching a book. Like it's got a tentacle fully wrapped around it.
Okay, so I wonder if that image was trying to tell us something then.
But yeah, while you guys do that, it doesn't seem to like take any hostile action at you. It just like keeps bouncing around and acting excited, like expectant.
Oh. I only have 3 arcane pool points left. Ugh. Terrible. A wand of shield? That's good to know. Is that a regular wand of shield, or is it in a dream dimension or something? I don't know if okay, I do actually have a wand of shield. I'm going to use that wand of shield first in case something goes wrong, and I'm gonna say, alright, back me up, and I'm gonna approach it.
Okay. You do that. And Gus and Jane will be ready for you. You approach it, and it turns its eye stalk to you, Fingrim,
Oof.
and it waddles a little bit closer.
I won't have my
What do you do?
weapon out. I'll hold my hand out, either to accept something or to shake his tentacle, as a polite gentleman would do. I'll see how he responds. It responds, I guess.
He's like nervously watching.
Okay.
Does it do anything when I hold my hand out?
Yeah, it does something.
Okay.
It looks at your hand with its eye stalks, and then it opens its book, and it starts like flipping through some pages.
Okay.
And its eye is like examining the pages as it flips through it, like it's looking
Like it's
through it,
referencing
like, very
a
carefully.
like it's referencing a field guide on strange and unusual dwarves that you
And
can sight
it
out in the wild.
finds a certain page where there's like several dozens, like there's several dozens of scribblings on it, and you notice that they're all done in the same. They're all probably penned by the same hand or limb, but they're in like several different languages. And you can see that like in common and dwarf and probably some of the ones you do read, like they all say the same thing, and that's
Sorry, you cut out. Trade.
it
Okay.
says that.
I guess I look back and say I think he wants to trade.
Trade? Trade
Yes.
what?
I don't know.
Do we have gems? Does it have
I'll-
something we want?
I'll pull out a couple coins and kind of like, like maybe like a little bag of coins and kind of like toss it up or something, or like flip a coin or something like that. Kind of like show like some coin to kind of try to convey that I understand.
This is so bizarre.
It is very bizarre. I love it though.
Okay, it looks at the money, and it like hefts it up with a tentacle to like kind of like
Okay, sure. Yeah,
gauge like how heavy.
I'll let him take the little thing
Then
out
it
of
starts
his
to
money.
like look inside of the bag with its tentacles, and its eye stalk like going down into the.
All right.
And once it see how much money do you toss?
How much money do I even have? Where'd this be? This would be my journal tab. This is probably the one that just has like probably just has like a few dozen gold pieces. Actually, most of my stuff's right now in platinum. I converted most of it last time we were in town to platinum, so I only have a little bit of gold. This is like 9 gold pieces, this would be like all my non-platinum. So I have 9 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces. Not very much.
So it's just a little bit.
Just a little bit of money.
It sets the money down, and it looks through its little book again. And once it finds the correct page, it opens it back up to you, and again in several different languages, it shows you a page that is there. Books.
Books. I could pull out the common tongue. A series of 9 books that are sure to be a hit amongst your friends and family.
Okay, you pull out the book.
Great coffee table books
And
right here.
As you pull out the book, this creature starts to salivate.
Oh,
it gets
jeez.
very excited, and if it could clap with its tentacles, it would. And then it opens its book back up to the previous page. Trade.
Trade book. Okay.
It's a book trader.
Yeah. I don't know what do you have to offer? This is a very rare and valuable book. Do you have something else that is rare and valuable?
It quickly flips to another page in its book, and it shows
treasure.
Gems, maybe? Jewelry? Do we have
Can
that?
we see this treasure? What manner of treasure is it?
it opens its book to a new page, and instead of like having words on this one, it's a very crude yet still artistic rendition of like armor, swords, rings, and other paraphernalia that an adventurer would have.
Okay, well that seems interesting. I wonder, like, if I could like point to something in the book. What would we want? I guess for now, I'll just say yes, I would definitely be willing to trade this for something like that.
Okay, it seems very excited when you say that. You're pretty sure that it understands you. It can't.
Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. Like this book is just how it communicates. It's probably the one that wrote it, actually. Cool. So I can trade like the common tongue, for example, which is basically just a book that has monetary value for something, maybe. But I'm not sure. Like, does he want me to ask? I guess I gotta just ask him. Like, do you want me to suggest something for this? What do you have that you could give me specifically? Like, am I supposed to tell him what I don't know. Like, there's not anything specific that I'm looking for at the moment that I can think of. Really, is anybody looking for anything in particular? I don't know. What is my
wings? So I can fly.
What do my big 6 items look like? I guess like a belt would be good for me. I don't really have a belt right now. In fact, I just don't have a belt. I don't have any.
I would like these negative levels.
Oh, I have a belt of
removed,
giant strength +2.
but I
I
think,
think
we're
I
doing
just
that
got that
tomorrow.
recently.
Hmm.
What else?
It when you so Kudu mentioned something about flying, and then Fingrim, you mentioned the belt.
Mhm.
It it flips to one page and it extends like a tentacle like 10 feet in Kudu's direction. It can't quite reach you, but it's showing you its book, and it tells you potion, and at Fingrim's inquiry at your belt, it actually seems to understand exactly what you're talking about, and it is nodding its eye stalks at, and it points to like, did you pull out just one book or like the whole collection of the books?
No, I pulled up the whole collection of the books.
Okay,
There's like 9 of them or something, right?
it points back to its page that says trade, and it wants the books.
Well, I know that the books are worth at least 5,000 gold, so he's got to give us a pretty good magic item for that. If it's a belt, I already have a +2 belt of giant strength is the thing, so I don't know if I can get anything better than that, really, actually, for the price, for the value of these books. But if he values books more than belts, maybe he gives us a better deal than normal.
You said you wanted a belt of giant strength +2.
I already have one of those. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So I'd have to get something better if he has it, but I don't know if he does. Although maybe Book of the Lore Master would be able to give me something like a belt of +4 or something like that, or a belt that's +2 strength, +2 con. Either one. I don't know what he has though for those. I'll also pull out. I guess I'll just pull out the Book of the Lore Master as well. Maybe this guy's
okay.
levels in Bard. I don't know.
It likes the look of that book. I'm guessing, do you tell it what it is?
Yeah, I tell him this is a book that is able to magically assist that the words in it are shifting and will help you with your own knowledge. It's not
Okay.
something that's useful to me.
It it is giving an approving wiggle of its tentacles, and it opens its book to the page of like stuff, and it points at like pictures of belts, and then it goes back to the word, and it's pointing at your collection of books, like including the Common Tongue and your Book of the Lore Master.
Okay, so he wants both of them for it. It's got to be a damn good belt then, hopefully. If it's a +4, if it's a +4 giants, then that's a good trade. If it's a strength and con or strength and dex, like +2 to 2 attribute ones, it's not quite as good. But I guess one that's +3 to all would also be a decent trade for that. Because like the total value on these all together is 20,000. If I sold to a merchant, I get 10,000. But I mean that seems reasonable. We're not going to use these for anything else, so.
I mean, if you're getting a 2-stat belt, those are more than 10,000, right?
A 2-stat belt.
If it's +2 to like 2 different
That is
stats, those
10,000.
are exactly 10,000.
The
Yeah.
+4 to 1 stat is 16,000.
Yeah. So
if I'm trading that for that, then that's he's getting a better
fair.
deal, but it'd be the same as if I sold it and then went and bought one in like a major city from like 2 separate transactions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll ask him, like, I need to see the belt before I can agree to any trades.
Okay, it flips its book open to a new page and shows you. Wait.
Okay. I will wait then.
And its eye stalk looks at all of you, and then it starts to waddle away. And Gus comments that was very weird, and he takes a
Drink from his flask.
Oh man.
I mean, to be honest, it's one of the less weird things that I feel like I've seen today.
It's
Okay.
possible,
What do
sure.
you guys do now?
Rest. Well,
I'm not expecting to fight this guy, so I'm actually just gonna take my hastily donned breastplate off.
Okay.
Maybe if I do end a fight, I'll be like, damn it, but whatever. I used a charge of a shield, but whatever. I have 34 charges of that. I don't really care. That's fine. And yeah, I'll just wait for him in the meantime.
Okay. You guys wait. Kudu, your shift comes to an end.
okay.
Was ours the middle watch anyway?
Cormac and Fingrams is the middle watch.
Well, that's fine. Then I'll just stay up for my watch now. Then
Okay, then I'll head to sleep.
maybe if I was doing my watch, I might
All right.
get my plate mail
Put
on.
you guys over here. Cormac and Fingram can be right. All right. So into your guys' watch, you start to hear some shuffling. And rather than hide behind something this time, in the darkness, this creature just starts walking up to your guys' camp now.
Okay. Sure, he's our new best friend, so
Yeah.
all right.
And it has a little bag this time.
Okay.
And it fishes 2 items out from its bag.
Two
Battery
items.
low.
Okay.
First
Yeah.
is a potion vial, and the other is this. It is a belt, but it's not like just a belt like with a clasp. It's this like bronze emblazoned belt with this like very ornate picture
Charging battery.
on the front.
Okay.
It looks like it has this like a minotaur's like face on it,
Huh.
and it holds it in one of its tentacles,
Okay.
and the potion vial in another.
Well, I trust him well enough on the potion, but I want to see what the belt is. So I'll say I'm not agreeing to the trade yet, but here is one of these books as collateral if you'll let me look at this belt.
Okay. Do you give it the? I guess which one are you offering it?
The most valuable of the books, but not the collection.
Okay.
Because I know the belt
one.
is the most. Yeah, I know the belt is the most valuable of what he's offering here. So it makes sense to offer the most valuable item as collateral.
Okay.
That way, if he tries to run off or whatever, it's like, well, at least I got this belt that hopefully is more valuable. I don't know. I think he's probably pretty trustworthy though.
All right. Yeah. You give it to it, and when you give it to it, it starts casting a spell.
Okay, I can do a spellcraft check, I guess. I'm assuming he's casting detect magic or something, or identify. What do I have for spellcraft? Plus 23. That's pretty.
Yeah. It actually is casting identify.
Okay. Well, I don't have identify, so I'm just doing it with spellcraft to try to identify this belt. So let me do. I should use that one, but now I'm going to use a spellcraft check. Okay, that's still all right. 31 to identify the belt. Hopefully.
Okay. It actually did have a belt of giant strength plus.
+4. Okay. Okay, I think that's a good trade. We get, and he's giving us the potion. I'm assuming it's a potion of flight, probably, maybe. So that's kind of nice
Yeah,
little bonus.
You're pretty sure it's a potion of flight with your spellcraft. I don't think you can.
Well, I mean, I didn't ask. He's still holding on to that, but I'll tell him. I think that's a good trade. I'll take that trade.
Okay, it gives you the 2 items, and we'll take the Tome of the Lore Master and the entire collection of stuff. But then it also dumps out the rest of the sack, and it's a bunch of gold.
A bunch of gold as well. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but all right, cool. I'll go ahead and remove Book of the Lore Master from my inventory. My inventory. And I got a giant strength +4 instead of +2 now. I think I just got this +2 as well, which is kind of
So
funny.
it dumps out approximately 3,250 gold pieces.
It's a very specific number for approximate.
Yes, and you can surmise with your intelligence that it is giving you the remainder of the money of what your stuff was worth. It
Yeah.
seems to value the books at 100% of their value.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Oh.
Does anybody else? I guess everyone else went to back to bed except for Cormac. But does anybody else have any books they want to sell them? I guess.
No, not books.
Yeah.
You could sell the
Cormac
one that
doesn't
Gus
need it.
has for a shit ton. Or no, the one that Jane does.
I mean, I guess I have
Yeah.
Gus's Draconic book. I'm learning Draconic. finally.
Yeah.
Although Gus is also asleep right now.
Now Cootie's asleep, so yeah. Yeah, no, I guess we have no value on that actual book, but yeah.
Nah, Cormac doesn't have any books.
Yeah. The only other book I have is the one I haven't identified yet.
Oh.
I mean, we do have one book, but this thing's not getting it.
Hey, do you want the Necronomicon? We don't really need this thing anyway.
This creature will be fine with it. It'll just
Yeah, that'd be the ultimate
read
book.
it or something.
You know, I could offer him. Oh no, I don't actually have these, do I? This is in the dream world. Yeah, it is. Okay, I was gonna say I have Spectacles of Understanding. He'd probably like that, but I was like, oh yeah, I don't actually have
Oh.
these. These are in the dream world.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think I have anything else. I guess I'll thank him for this trade. This will help me a lot in the task I have
Cormac
to
says.
fulfill.
Cormac says if we come across anything else, any other books, we'll let you know, or we'll be here every now and then.
It once it has the books, it puts away the Tome of the Lore Master and several of the common tongue books, but the last one, it licks its teeth and then
Oh my god.
it sloppily devours the book, like tearing
No.
its pages apart and
It eats
feasting.
it. I think the library guy might not be happy about it, but whatever. I don't care.
But once it's
fine.
done with it, it lets out a really satisfied sigh.
I have to assume that in some way it's devouring the knowledge as well. But actually,
Yeah.
part of Fingram's a little horrified about it.
The library side of him is like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but then
Is
he's
this
like,
normal behavior for these kind of creatures?
I mean, kind of. They like to eat garbage, so if he thinks the book's like really
But
tasty
once it's
garbage.
done with the book,
It's fancy
it
garbage.
signals back to you with its book. It opens up the trade word again, and then also more.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I have anything right now, but if we find something else, then we'll keep you in mind.
It nods its eye stalk, and then it flips to the very first page, where you see like there are many scrawlings here as well, but a lot of them are like crossed out, and even though the writing is still crude, you can tell that like there's been effort to try and like make it look better, and it shows you this word.
Okay, I'm guessing that's his name, is Hoshbog. Alright, well, I am Fingrimstorsk.
Cormac
What
will
was
introduce himself.
the gold amount that we got that
It
he gave
gave
us?
you back 3250,
Okay.
which was the difference of 20,000 gold and your 2 items.
We're dividing this up 4 ways? Yes, 4 ways.
Yeah, and that was valuing all the books at 100% of their market
Yeah.
price.
Alright, so everybody gets 812.5 gold. 812 and 5 silver pieces. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll keep them in mind if we run into more books, or if we figure
Okay.
out what the other book is, I guess, and then decide we don't want it. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about that one for now because I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want him to know about it if it's something dangerous.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
It starts to waddle away.
Like if it turns out the other book I have is the Necronomicon or something like that, the Necronomicon's little brother, then like I might not want an Otyug to have it. Oh, I also apparently have Strange Dust. That's the text. Strange Dust. Look at my inventory. I don't know what it does.
Something we didn't identify?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think we'll ever identify it because Strange Dust is enough to go off of probably. So I'm probably just gonna delete from my character sheet. I think I've.
I think I remember when you got that. We're like, what is this? The whole time.
Strange
And it comes,
dust.
It
and the
literally
strange
says-
dust. It literally comes up whenever you check your inventory. Whenever we're doing
Yes,
stuff to
I
sell,
know.
you're like,
a few times, and it's still on my sheet for some reason.
yeah. There's one thing that I have that I've been like, I'm waiting until like probably the last book to use it. It's the freaking incense. You have to like meditate for like 8 hours and then get maximized
Oh yeah,
spells.
yeah. That thing is so powerful though.
Yeah, that's my trump card for the like final like book.
For the final fight, yeah. Alright, so I just got rid of the strange dust. I still have a wooden unicorn statuette, which turns into a real unicorn when I'm in the dream world.
Yeah.
Character sheet's like so crazy because there's like a bunch of dream stuff on it, and I'm always have to like I have dream stuff as its like own container basically.
Yeah.
And so I sometimes get tell just from the name, like, oh, I have one that says 5 dream sapphires. That's obviously in the dream world. And if I
Yeah.
hit containers, it sets it in dream stuff.
Yeah, I just put DW in front of the stuff that's in the dream world. Most of my stuff is.
Do
just
I
weapon.
actually still have a crate of alcohol and tobacco? I'm guessing I don't have a crate of alcohol and tobacco still.
I don't know.
Maybe I still have it. We probably used it. Like I don't know. We probably drank all the alcohol and somebody smoked the tobacco. I don't know. I don't know. If
Gus
anybody...
has secretly been taking
Not it.
rations from it for this whole trip.
Does Gus
He's always got-
smoke like a pipe or something? For some reason, I
Maybe.
feel like he does.
I think he said something like doing that once.
I feel like he has before, so
Mhm.
I might just give him the tobacco to Gus. But like, here, I got this at, I think I got this back in that first town we were in Thrushmore. Here's some fine Thrushmore tobacco. I can't actually, verify it's. Anyway, yeah, I guess we continue our watch in that case then.
Yeah.
It was very, very strange, but also probably the nicest thing we ran into here.
Probably. Okay. your watch goes by uneventful after that, and then so does Jane's and Gus's watch after that.
Alright, I'm hitting the night's rest button then.
So you guys can rest yourselves and start preparing things in the morning.
Preparing some new spells. Do I still want the spell teleport? Maybe. In fact, I might even want to prepare 2 teleports. Because, well, I guess I
have
don't know.
one word of recall prepared.
Yeah, I know on the word of recall, if it gets us back here, because I'm thinking if we find the 3rd delay, we might actually activate them all today.
The only thing is I'm not going to be preparing Death Ward because it's a 4th level spell, and I kind of have to use that for restorations.
You got to cast. Let's see, how many are we doing? 1,
4.
at least 3.
I think 4, because Jane has the negative levels too.
I was thinking you just need to do it on. You just need to do it on Kudu, Jane, and Gus, because mine was from Enervate. It's already gone.
But doesn't Jane have them as well?
So that's 3, right? Because do you got to do one on yourself too?
I do. I have 4 negative levels.
Oh, you picked up a new temporary one.
And I picked up 3 temporary, and I have 1 permanent.
Gotcha. So yeah, you do need 4 then.
Yeah.
Do you need any diamond dust? I have some spare diamond dust.
I have a bunch.
Okay. Well, just let me know. I haven't used. I mean, I might use it eventually. I originally bought it for stone skin, but I haven't been casting it usually because I think. I don't know. I've been relying more on mirror image and high AC when I need to than getting DR, I guess.
Yep. No, and then I still have like 3 full diamonds that are worth like 1,000 gold each.
Yeah,
so
I have one of those too.
I always break them and crush them.
Yeah.
Make them into diamond dust.
All right. I could prepare overland flight if I want, and just be able to fly for 14 hours today instead of using the fly hex.
Yeah.
I prepared banishment just in case that demon decides to show back up.
Yeah, I have banishing blade for similar effect there.
And also, one of my domain spells, I switched to Moonstruck. Since he's a caster and can't, it makes him rage. Like, basically, it forces him to rage. And since he's a caster and can't really do anything physically, I was like, that's probably like the best thing to do because he can't attack us.
I had that cast on me when I was playing, when I was in with Araxi on Second Darkness. Like, I got cast on me. It was pretty.
Yeah,
like, watch out! The mermaid's coming for you.
It's good against casters or things like that. It sucks against like melee fighters.
Yeah, oops, I put it on a barbarian. My bad. Let's see. I don't think I need 2 emergency force spheres. I just prepared a second one because I had an open slot. Maybe I'll do Monster's Physique.
And then I'm gonna have a spell when I don't know if we're gonna go up against the ghost today, but if we do go up against it tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna have a spell that's gonna be pretty useful. I'm gonna prepare Pillar of Life because it makes it to where we could go like touch it and get healed.
Okay.
I'm all ready. I'm all set.
I
got spells prepared.
Man, I should have had this spell last time. against I have like, I name every session. I named last session Fatty Throws a Tantrum. That was the name of last session.
We're gonna remove the negative levels now?
Yeah. Cormac
I think he's using like all the slots.
Well, I'm using three of them. I'm saving one for my greater weapon, greater magic weapon, just because my I like
I thought you had to
having my.
cast it 4 times though.
I do. I'm using up a fifth level slot for
Okay.
yeah.
For the other one? Okay.
Yep.
I haven't named this session yet, but I did put a journal entry because we earned some money
Yeah,
already.
make sure to heal yourselves up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have burned all of
Oh, yeah.
my channels and stuff. I mean, we have Kudu too. Kudu could always blast us, but
Yeah, I have a spell called Spell Curse. I probably should have used it. If I had it prepared, it would have been really good in the last fight because it does. Well, potentially. I don't know how many buffs he put on him, but it does 1d6 points of damage for each spell with a duration of 1 round or greater currently affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think, interestingly enough, I think that applies to debuffs as well. If you throw a bunch of debuffs on them, it does more damage too. I don't know. I took this spell a long time ago. I just never used it. But I think it's kind of narrow. Like sometimes it does nothing, and sometimes it does like a ton. But
it would have been good at the final battle and Second Darkness.
yes, yeah, yeah, it's really good if you're fighting like a wizard or cleric. Be a big bad evil guy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got
They
that
do get a will
fixed.
for half, but there's no upper limit on it either. It's like, oh, they have like 30 buffs on them, and then buffs and debuffs on them. You can just do 30 d6. And if you crit as a magus with it, it's also pretty silly.
I'm gonna cast his normal spells at the beginning of the day. Magic Vestment, Greater Magic Weapon.
Okay.
And he says, should we try to find out where that last spire is, or the last delay is?
Yeah.
Today?
I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go adventuring out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you bringing Lols with you?
He's our guide.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cormac's like,
yes,
hey, be useful.
he's forced
Tell us where we need to go.
to come.
Yeah. Whether he wants to or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He grumbles, but he agrees to show you where the location to the third stele is.
And Cormac will say, try to take us the way Hazards and Lulz or Year Alter Self went instead of a roundabout way. So we don't have to deal with stuff.
Well, he says he makes no promises about what we find on the way.
Yeah.
All right. You guys start traveling.
Okay. I'm guessing you give me that push and a fly.
Yes.
Awesome. Huh. That creature was strange, but this is cool. And he ate the book, you say?
Yeah, that was a little strange.
I wonder what a book tastes like.
I'm not sure that the curator of the museum would have approved, but whatever.
It's Cormac makes a joke. It's probably already on its failure wall.
Yes. He probably has added a new book detailing how we failed to spread the word of failures and gave it to an OTOG instead.
We failed. That was probably one of the museum highlights. Damn it. If only we watched them all. It was probably him testing us.
For some reason, I get the impression that him devouring the book that way, that in some way he also devours the knowledge. I don't know. He was definitely smarter than a normal OTOG, I feel like.
Probably.
So
It
you
could
think one
cast
day
spell.
he found trash
Yeah.
and then learns from it?
Maybe. They're very strange creatures.
He ate a spell book.
He very well might have eaten a spell book.
Wow. Ku's like now considering it. I wonder if I eat a spell book.
Not my spell book.
I need that.
Be right back. I'm gonna grab something to drink real fast.
Sure. Yes, refresh your drinks if you want to right now.
Drinking cranberry juice. So good.
Matt, does the negative level affect like my domain abilities? How many rounds I can do and stuff?
What it does is it drops your effective caster level. So if those abilities are dependent on your caster level, it might drop the effectiveness of it. But
No, it's based off of
typically
character level.
okay, so I mean that should be fine then.
Okay. Before, because I didn't adjust them for my level, so.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Charging battery.
How long does it take to use a scroll? Like if you have it out? Just a normal casting
The
time,
normal
right?
cast
Standard.
time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
the casting time of a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just have
That's one of
you have to
the
get it out.
that's like one of the advantages of potions sometimes. Like a potion of enlarged person, you can
Seems
actually
so,
like
yeah.
it's quicker than casting it, or a
Yeah,
potion
'cause
of
you could
lesser
just drink it.
restoration. Yep. Because lesser restoration is normally 3 rounds, but a potion you do that as a standard action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to have a character that would there's this like coat that you can wear. It's called a coat of drinking or something like that, and you pour a potion on it, and at any point it like lasts for like 5 days or something like that. And
Nice.
at any point you can activate the spell that's stored in it.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
Like without having to pull it out.
Yeah, without having that, it's just an immediate action. You just activate the
As
spell.
an immediate action, that is fucking sick. Yeah, that's really good.
I do think I had a level cap though for how high I spell, but it was pretty.
Well,
It was pretty
potions
baller.
themselves are limited.
But you can only have
that
one active at a time, though, so there's kind of probably
right, but I
a
mean,
downfall
still,
of that,
Yeah.
really good. Because I mean, potions themselves are limited to like level 3 spells or something like that, or level 5. I don't remember. It's there's a limit
Something
on
like- there's
just
a
on
limit, yeah.
potions.
Yeah, I kinda
However,
made it.
Paizo has given loot that like defies those
Technically, you can't
rules.
make. Yes.
So
breaks.
yeah. They gave us like
Yeah.
a cure potion one time, and we were like, "This isn't possible" because it was like too high level
Yeah,
or
potions
something.
can only go to level 3.
Oh, sometimes yeah.
But
they do
sometimes
that.
they'll be like, "Here's a potion of heal," and you're like,
What?
excuse me."
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, I guess you could argue that it's like an ancient secret or something, and just nobody knows how to do it
Yeah.
now. If it's something in the old, if it's like ancient loot or something like, oh, the Atlantes knew how to do
Strong
it.
enough magic, maybe, yeah.
Magic before the
I mean,
Earthfall.
kind of alchemists. You could argue alchemist already kind of like the alchemist class already kind of bypass that.
Yeah, it does with
True.
the extracts, but it's like it only works with them.
Well,
Yeah.
there are
Well,
there are alchemists that let you
Oh, take the
share.
infusion, yeah.
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 But
even
then its potency only lasts for so long.
right.
That's
So
true.
you could make an argument that maybe like a good alchemist permanencies it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's a little bit of precedent in there for like higher than level 3. But yeah,
Mm.
by raw you can't actually make those.
It also could have been made by like a deity alchemist or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
There's always you'd always make up a backstory for anything
Yeah.
that breaks the rules.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be dabbling into alchemy. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm like, I know it's way early for like thinking of Net's characters, but I'm like, going by it's so way different.
I usually like to have like a few ideas floating around just in case a character
Yeah.
dies. Especially in this campaign, I figure I'll probably just get raised dead on me if I die. But
Or
like
resurrect.
if I die in my in-person game on Monday, for example, we're only level 4 or something. We're level 5 in that game. So it's like if I die in there, I'm probably have to roll a new character. So I could think about what I want to play in that game if I die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mummy's Mask, we're kind of on the borderline there. Probably, if my character died in there, I should just get back. But
At least
I
you're
hope
not one of
not.
those characters that just likes walking off people. Like we used to have this guy that we
I
played
hate
with,
players like that. It's like, why'd you even
Cody-
make your character, man? Like, I don't know.
Cody met or
Yeah.
Gil. He was notorious for it. He just got tired of playing the character and was like,
Some
"All right, I
people
want
are
to make a
just
different
like
character."
that.
I get it like that, but I stick with the character and just think of other characters while I'm sticking with this one.
I think Tiki's the
Yeah.
only character I didn't stick with, but that was because it felt strange to stick with her. I don't know. It felt weird. Because other people weren't, like nobody was.
yeah, everyone else jumped to new characters.
Right, and then also the pony situation, but yeah. Oh well.
Ah, man, this sucks. I'm
What
trying to
sucks?
find like
A
a
map.
picture for something, but like I
Oh.
can't get any good one.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'll deal with this later.
Just draw it yourself. And
There you
paint.
go. You're pro artist, right? It's
just-
fine. It's
So
Use
you
paint.
you walk through the streets of Neruzavin for a while here. Nothing comes to bother you, but you do feel like it is very eerily quiet.
All right. I didn't roll perception, but I probably should do that, huh?
I guess yeah, let's do perception since we're did we take care of the negative levels?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we yeah, that was it. That was the only thing I had.
Look at that, nat 20 on perception. It's probably still gonna be lower than somebody else's roll that actually has ranks in it.
I'm back
Well, I have
to
ranks in it,
a
but not a class skill for me is the main thing. I literally only have my ranks. I have 14 ranks in it and a plus 14 bonus.
Is it a 6? A second. Ah! Ugh!
Gross.
Gross.
How I play off because my guy has it as a class skill, but it's not really a class skill, but he has a thing. I play it off as a battle cleric. You're gonna want to see your surroundings and be aware of shit.
Our Wizard and Mummy's Mask has no ranks in perception. That's the Durian's character. So it's like every time we have a combat where there's a surprise round, Wizard never
He
gets to go.
never gets to go.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
That's like the worst wizard.
What?
Like you want the wizard to be able to go first.
yeah, that's fine though.
Well,
he's
I mean,
a really
like-
old man, so it's very fitting.
It's funny. It's funny anyway. Like I like it because I think I don't know. He does other things well, but yeah, I like having like a glaring weakness on the character too. I think it's kind of funny like that. It's more fun that way.
I've
Yeah,
been
that's the reason why a lot of people like to do the divination wizard because they get that ability where like they always get to act in the surprise round when they get to higher levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
It's really good.
flirting with the fact of taking a having a monk character take a vow of like something like a vow of silence or a vow that like gives them a debuff, like gives them a strength.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like those.
All right. What
Okay,
do we
so
see?
I'm gonna put you guys over somewhere after I describe. So you walk through most of the city, and this does take several hours because of like how difficult it is to traverse the city. But you come upon a place where the stonework here is of a much different kind of it like what the building you're seeing right now is actually like makes sense. You see this like circular shrine that stands atop a little mesa.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like this little round sanctuary with like steep steps that ascend to like what looks like an observatory from each cardinal direction, and then there are these four sets of stone doors standing open along each of the ordinal directions that seem to lead like deeper into it.
Okay. Ooh, it's all dark. Okay, there we go. Zoom out. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cast heroism on myself as we come up to this.
This token is oddly not updated.
And Lowell's tells you that the stele is up there. Go up those steps, and it's over here.
Yep. Is there supposed to be fog of war on this map? Because I can see the whole thing.
No, it's you. I'm fine with you seeing everything. Just
on this one. Okay. I'm sure there's stuff on like the GM layer or something, but all right. I'm gonna not in addition to casting the heroism, I am going to have the Archon sword out. Oh, and I should probably equip my armor because I probably already have that on. Didn't have it on while I was sleeping, but
Well, I'll have my shroud up as normal. My shield, and follow.
okay.
Yeah, Cormac follows as well.
All right, you guys do.
I guess we're gonna go properly up the stairs. Maybe.
we're picking these stairs apparently.
So before you get to the stairs, I'm gonna say you still guys are still some distance away from the observatory.
Okay.
All right. Give me a moment.
Oh, you know what else I could use in terms of gear? A
Hmm.
better amulet of mighty fists. I only have a +1.
Oh.
Makes my hair better.
Ooh.
That's pretty low priority though. So now my hair counts as magic, but only as a +1. But if I could get it like a little bit higher, I could get it to count as like cold iron. Be pretty good.
Okay. You approach this place, and about 20 feet from it, I need you guys to give me will saves.
Oh no!
I'm gonna re-roll that. I don't feel like whatever's gonna happen to happen.
You don't want to deal with what? Oh,
Shit.
that's good reroll.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That sucks.
That's like it's like what happened to Isaiah all the time. I felt like.
Oh jeez.
Like all these bonuses and rerolls and shit, and I'd be like, I roll a 2. No. It's probably in the mid-20s, so I probably failed it too.
Okay, 33, 21, 14, 18, 15, 20.
Cormac probably made it. Gus might have.
And what about Jean?
Jane definitely failed it.
You just assume it's inevitable.
Well, actually,
She
Jane's
actually has
wills,
decent saves.
her save's
Mhm.
pretty good. It's just she rolled a 4. Her bonus is higher than yours, yours and mine actually. Like, so.
Is it? Oh.
She's got like her charisma to willpower, I think,
Oh yeah.
because of paladin bullshit.
Okay, so let's see.
And that was with my. Oh, did I not turn heroism on? I might not have turned heroism on. Mine should actually be 23, because I cast heroism and I didn't activate the buff. So I don't know if 23 is going to make a difference, but maybe it's kind of. I'm kind of on the edge there, I think, when you're above 20.
So yours is 23.
Mine's supposed to be 23, yeah. Possibly higher depending on situational. If it's a charm or a compulsion effect, to get additional +2, so then it'd be 25. And if it's an aberration, I always get a +2.
Okay.
It's a lot of dice.
Gotta go down the list here. Okay, so Cormac, Well, everybody, you all feel as you approach this place, you feel a presence that is like pushing back against, forbidding you from entering
How dare you?
the vicinity of this place. Cormac, though, you resist the effects and are going to take half of
Just based off alignment.
you're going to take half of 17 because you saved.
Okay.
So not very much. Kudu, you take the full 17.
It's just regular damage.
Fingrim, you said you saved.
I don't know. 23.
Was it 23?
Probably. Yeah. I don't know what the DC is, but
You said I'm taking 17 or 37?
17.
Okay.
You round
Okay,
up.
so you
round
do
up
save
for
with a
half damage, right?
23. You round down. You save Fingrim, and you take half of 37.
okay. Which is
Gus is
16.
also taking half of 37. And Jane is taking the full 37.
Okay. Okay, that could have been worse, I guess. Although Jane apparently lost like half her health from that.
Yeah.
Rip.
That's fine. She can heal herself. Or someone can heal her either way. And what does
And
it
of course,
feel
this
like?
doesn't.
It feels like they're
It's
pushing us
this.
back.
Yeah, it feels like there's this force pushing you back, forbidding you from entering.
Can I spellcraft this?
Sure. You can knowledge arcana
Knowledge Arcana.
to identify a spell in place.
32.
Dude, my
okay.
knowledge rolls are like, nope.
Yeah, they've been pretty low. But yeah, Cormac and Fingrim, you believe that there is a spell of forbiddance upon this. This place is sealed against all planar travel into or within it, and it is damaging entering creatures whose alignments are different from that designated of this place.
Yep.
And you also know that a forbidden spell isn't easy to overcome. Dispel magic doesn't work on it unless your level is at least, unless the dispeller's level is at least as high as your caster.
So this wasn't a one-time thing. It's like we took this damage, got pushed back, and if we want to
Yeah.
keep going, we'll keep taking the damage.
Well, it's only entering.
Oh, okay. So we already took the damage and we're past it now. Then we could keep
yeah,
going and we'll be
enter.
fine. But we
Mhm.
might. Okay, so if we leave and try to come back again, we'll have to deal with it again, though. Okay. But also, that is worth noting. It seals dimensional and extra dimensional travel, right? So if we wouldn't be able to get like a word of recall out of here. Probably do it within, but like do teleporting's within.
Around
we can't
within
teleport
it.
in and out
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's how that works at least. All right. Well, I guess we'll continue on. Know that somebody doesn't want us to be here. But like, I'll ask Ego Lols if that was the case when they came here. Like when he was here before, was there anything like this that impeded him?
He says that he remembers negotiating with the creatures that look after this place and obtaining a password.
Do you know the password?
He shrugs and says that it doesn't seem important to remember. I didn't see myself coming back here.
Okay. Cormac's gonna channel just to heal everybody, just in case we go in there at full.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That puts me back to full then.
Yeah, with that,
Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't completely heal Jane, but she can get it.
If she needs to, she can swift action, lay on hands too, though. Like if we get into a combat or something.
Gus is still pretty hurt too, or his health hasn't been changed before.
Probably just didn't
Yeah,
get you.
and
Oh, never mind. He I saw like part of his health bar. That's why. It looked like all of his health was gone when I. And then he moved, and it was like, oh, okay. Cormac does hand Jane something. He's gonna hand Jane a potion of cure critical.
okay, she'll take it and thanks you.
She's still pretty hurt.
You guys continue on. Not that much. She's
No,
down
but
13.
he feels like she might need it more, just
She's
as like a full health type thing.
She took 37 and she got healed for 24, so she's still down 13.
She's fine for now.
All right, you guys start to approach the stairs, but you do hear something coming from up on the observatory. And there are there's some footsteps, and you see a gigantic person show up here, and at first they yawn, covering their mouths, and then folding their arms and looking a little condescendingly at you guys as you approach. And he says in a very deep voice, there he is, can you see him?
Yeah.
Alright, he says, be gone. I am not done yet with my time here, and I have paid for it fairly.
Time here? Timeshare?
Oh no, it's a timeshare. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, we also have paid to be here in our own way.
If that's what you say, he says back to you, the time that I spend here is personal. You would be distractions, and I won't suffer any more distractions. None that I've already suffered through.
Don't mind me asking, but what exactly are you doing here?
Your ignorance pains me. I am here to learn from the stars.
I would have never guessed that.
It is here that they call to me. They write upon the sky, and I scribe them. But more time is what I need, and you are distractions. Now, again.
For how long?
He rubs his chin, his very smooth, gray chin, and he says, "Not much longer, I suppose. I'm very close to a breakthrough, perhaps a month or so.
Oh.
And then you can broker your own deals with the ones who own this, claim to own this."
I guess we can always just come back and...
1 second. I gotta go AFK for a minute.
Ah, darn.
We could go activate the other ones and then come back and just be like, move aside.
The only problem is we'll take that damage again, but I mean it's negatable. But Cormac is gonna say we might have. I don't know. He's not gonna broker a deal like that. Damn, I hate diplomacy because I'm good at it. But I can never think of the shit to say.
Well, to be fair, you don't have to come up with the right words with the roll. You just express to the game master what you're trying to say. The roll's gonna fancy those words up for you. Or make them worse.
If you want to improve his attitude, you can diplomacy.
Yeah. Cormac's gonna say we might have more knowledge than you think. We're only trying to access the delay itself and maybe activate it.
Might even be able to help you with your breakthrough.
Yeah, we might have the info you need to get your breakthrough.
Okay, go ahead and give me diplomacy.
I'll help. Not really. I don't have the best diplomacy. It's just...
There's the roll I've been wanting.
Oh, no, not helping.
That is a really good roll.
Thank you.
And to add to this, since I'm pretty sure this thing's a giant, Cormac would have said that in giant.
Okay.
Just by the size of it, it's pretty much a dead giveaway.
You start talking to him about having like information that would be prudent or helpful to him, and he seems pretty convinced that you don't have anything that would help him. If it didn't come from here, he doesn't believe you. But the fact that you do speak giant is helping you a bit. And he says back in giant to you, that there might be one way that you could help him. And he does ask you all to come up here, or at least he's pointing at
Cormac will kind of make his way, but he'll whisper as he's walking by his allies, "Be ready."
Okay.
He'll stop like right there before he goes up. Actually, before he goes up the stairs, he'll say, what is it that you need my?" And he's gonna sense motive.
All right. He tells you. He starts recounting like him coming here and some of the grievances he's had with the I guess you'll call them the curators of this observatory. And he says that he's been here. He arrived here about 3 years ago.
Shit. It's a long time.
And he says that he has generously and handsomely paid the curators here for exclusive access to this observatory.
Cormac nods.
But that his tenure here is coming to an end very soon. And that more importantly, the curators here broke their contract with him for a little bit, and he says that they evicted him for a night in favor of some impudent mortal, or for some impudent human.
Let me guess.
I
The
wonder if he
human's
looks
name
like
was
this guy
Hazards
over
and
here.
Mold.
As we have like a clone of him.
Yeah.
He says that they did not tell me the human's name, only that he was paying them enough to make them renege on our contract for a night. But he tells you, and he's telling you this in Giant, that he doesn't believe that the curators or neighbors below the understand this language. They don't understand Giant. So I'll make you a deal. If you chase off the curators who offer nothing but hollow promises in return, I'd be willing to share the observatory with you.
Okay.
Cormac will say, "Before I agree, do you have an idea what the curators are, or maybe weaknesses?"
He says, to be more specific, yes, I do know what they are. He says that they're Naga. They're serpentine-like creatures, very intelligent though, but very capricious.
And Cormac will ask, "Do you know how many there are?"
He holds up on his hand 3 fingers.
3.
Cormac will nod, and he says, "Give me a moment to discuss this with my party."
He says, in lieu
I'll
of
try
that,
to make.
if that isn't satisfactory for you, then if you can buy me more time, then I think that would also be satisfactory.
Cormac nods. Let me discuss this with my party, and we'll give you your answer
Hit me nuts.
soon.
Yeah, that was a good diplomacy, actually. You needed a 28 to get him from hostile to unfriendly.
Damn. Well, Cormac walks back and he says he'll be willing to share the observatory with us if we can take care of the curators. They are creatures known as Naga. There's 3 of them. Naga, right?
Is that knowledge nature?
This is okay. So let me go look at them real quick. No, this is knowledge engineering.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what Naga are.
You said
Yeah.
they're some
I have
serpentine
that one.
creatures.
Knowledge engineering.
I don't have a rank in it. Sorry, I clicked it before I realized I didn't even have a rank in it.
Yeah, if you guys Oh, you're not sure if you have a rank in engineering? Well, if you do have a rank in engineering,
I definitely don't.
and like the 22, if you do kudu, the
36
36 for sure. You do know that Nagas are ever. They're these weird, like serpentine creatures, and you know that a lot of them are capable spellcasters.
Ew.
But the nature of the Naga can differ greatly between them. There's lots of different kinds and subspecies of.
All right. He said that.
You also know that like they're almost all venomous too, because they're snake.
Oh.
He said if we take care of them, either scare them off, kill them, or just buy him some more time here. Maybe negotiate for him to get more time here. He'll share the observatory with us and maybe help us. Cormac says it might be worth our while to do it instead of fighting him and them, because I'm sure.
If nothing else, it might be worth seeing what these Naga know.
Yeah.
They might have their own things about them that would be. And if they're the guardians of this place, they might know more about it as well. We haven't actually activated one, and I'm not really sure. I mean, Laws has told us a little bit about what to expect, but I still don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're doing this. He will walk back to where he was when he was talking to him and say, "We agree to your terms. Where are these creatures and how do we get to them?"
He tells you that they're within the deeper part of the observatory. That the entrances are close by, and he basically points you to those open stone doors.
Okay.
And he says to return to me when they're either gone or they've been brought.
Okay. I guess we'll make our way to the stone doors.
All right.
Bribed. What are we gonna bribe them with? Do we have things? Do we know what they want?
So you guys start moving in here. So as far as like this area, basically think of Think of like this as being a closed room with the only entrances being the dotted lined tunnels.
Okay.
So it's like a circle like this, but wherever the stairs are, that's just like a part of the wall. So as you walk in, you see hundreds of stylized stars adorning the walls and ceiling of this chamber. Many of them are connected by lines to form a menagerie of constellations. The floor and ceiling both curve outward, forming a gentle bowl, depression, and domed arch, respectively. A series of patterned silked cushions and warm bronze braziers provide unexpected comfort for such an inhospitable region. And within this place, you see our three creatures.
All right.
All right. I guess they'll say something as you guys enter.
Okay.
Please tell me one of their names is a Medusa.
One of them says that the stars are not aligned well in your favors, strangers. Why do you come here?
Correct, cool. Respond. We came to broker a deal for the giant upstairs extend his stay here.
They kind of like hiss slightly, like back to like towards each other, like conferring on something or whispering something.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them says back to you, why are you interested in him?
We aren't particularly interested in him. We're interested in the delay above.
And then one of them says, the stone, the sacred stone, it is a relic. One that speaks to us. What do you know of it?
We know it's been activated recently. We mean to follow the person that activated it as well. Might be giving too much info, but it's better to be truthful and I can't bluff for shit.
Yeah.
As you can see behind me, there's a man that looks vaguely familiar to you.
Oh, do you point him out?
I kind of nudge my head that direction, but don't straight point at him.
And they hiss again, and they tell him that we gave you your time, and now it is up.
I said a man that looks like him. It's not the man that you gave the time to, though. It's only a fraction of that man.
And they'd say to you, if time is what you seek, then you must pay your respects.
And what's that price?
Wealth and valuables.
Why do they get ownership of
Dues,
this
offerings.
location? Why do they get the right to make us pay?
It's a good question, but
Yeah, and Cormac says, and who's giving you the authority to accept these gifts?
divine providence, obviously.
Oh.
If you ask them that, they all like kind of like hiss back at you, and like they like these look like shawls on them, but like they're like hoods, and like they kind of like open them and like shake them like kind of angrily at and they say back that the gods beyond the stars, they ordained us. Each night they sang and we sang back to the stars. We promise to honor the sacred place as long as we live. We do not hunger. We do not thirst. We only live to guard this sacred.
Trying to think. And how much of an offering would buy the giant upstairs more time? A month. Say a month of more time.
Okay, you ask, and they all look to each other again, and they're like hissing towards each other and speaking like their own language that you can't understand. And they keep looking back at you guys suspiciously. They don't seem to like that you're trying to broker for him without telling them more. They just seem naturally distrustful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
Sure.
Kind of like just touching the needle through the thread just to see how much it is, and then if it's like actually manageable, maybe not. But I have a feeling it's gonna turn bad.
Okay.
And he looks at you guys. If you have any input, feel free.
Nope. I don't know what to make of these things. If they have something they want to, if they can give us like a price, then I might be willing to consider it. But otherwise, we'll just fight them. Otherwise,
Yeah. Sister Maria might have had a good thing to do. We should all learn a language that like is really absurd, so we could just talk and not convey our.
Mantis always seems to know the right language when needed.
Well, you also had tons available, but yeah.
Oh, Sphinx?
I do too.
Oh, I have that.
Cormac's from Last Wall, so giant's kind of common.
I never bring the obscure languages when I'm picking my first languages for some reason, even though I can. Like, I just never do it.
Yeah, I do common ones like Orc,
Right.
or I do ones of that region. Like Last Wall there's orcs and giants like everywhere and like near the Last Wall, so he's gonna choose ones that are really common.
So they come back to you with an answer,
Okay.
and they tell you that if you want to pay his dues, you must pay your dues as well, and that he has negotiated many times with us to stay here, for months and months. So, a month for him and you will be they tell you that an amount of wealth equal to, or roughly equal to, 5,000 gold pieces.
He looks back at everybody.
It's absurd.
Yeah, that's like a small fortune. I mean, not in adventurers' hands, but common people, that'd be.
Do I even have that much money? Technically, I guess.
I gotta see if I have that much.
I have that much money in platinum pieces.
Oh, I'm not giving that many money.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Cormac will say to him, let us discuss this amongst ourselves, and we'll give you your answer. We're gonna step outside for a moment.
If they want to meet me on the Dream Realm, I can give them 5 Dream Sapphires worth 5,000 gold pieces.
You should tell them that.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably haven't been in the Dream Realm.
Yeah, but they might look at us like we're special or something. I mean, they're looking at stars like they're special, so I don't know.
Did you catch what I said?
Yeah, you guys wanted to go talk about it.
Yeah, outside.
You know what we should do is, like, for now on, every time we run into a group of
Okay.
people, just
Yeah, let's go
pretend we're
outside.
gods and just be like, no, we're gods, man. Just
bluff
do
them.
as we say. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, start bluffing.
No.
Caden Colleen. Don't you know?
Cormac says we should. Is the door still open to the outside?
Yeah, it's like these doors are always open.
Oh, let's
All
go a
right.
little further.
He moves to like the right, basically out of line of sight from him. Right there. And
I
I'll
don't
tell
know.
everybody, let's prepare. I'm not willing to give up that much to pay for time. We might as well try to scare them off or end them.
I'm just confused on what gives them the right to, I don't know, make people pay.
Cormac says, what gives the right to anybody to ask for money? It's their own personal attitude that demands it.
Because, I mean, like, we're probably going to use this thing regardless, so they're going to probably want us to pay for time, right? So it's like...
Yeah, it's
No,
5,000
5,000
him.
for us.
5,000 for
But-
both.
Yeah.
And for the guy.
And for
So
the...
for
okay,
both.
so both, yeah. To extend his time, though, right? That's what we were doing.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
extend his time, but they're making us pay for our time as well,
Does he
which
have
we're not going to be
5,000?
No, but
No.
it wasn't
Maybe,
part of
I
the
don't know.
deal. Part of the deal was for us to bribe him, not for him to
Right.
pay. Cormac says,
Do you have a way to trap them
if
in
we,
there? Stone wall, stone shaped stone wall, and then we just use
yeah,
it.
but Cormac says they from what Fingram told us, they have access to magic. They might be able to just negate that.
Ugh.
It's better if we go in there and just end them or make them flee.
Okay. I don't like the end of them part, but they are kind of looking a lot like snakes, and I don't really like snakes.
If Cormac says if it makes you feel better, they probably serve the god that we're trying to stop from coming back.
Does that make sense? Like they were looking at the stars. Was that God?
They said they follow the gods from the distant stars.
Oh,
And
okay. So yeah, that could mean
the only
anything.
gods that I know of, yeah, the only gods I know of in the distant stars are the old one.
To be fair, I don't really know any gods, but yeah.
Cormac's gonna like start casting spells. He's gonna say, "Let's get ready."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty ready.
He's gonna cast Stone Skin and Shield of Faith on himself, and he's also gonna cast Bestow Weapon Proficiency on Fingram for a Bastard Sword.
Oh, so I can use that weapon against these
Yep.
guys?
Yep.
The old ass sword.
Yep.
So we're just gonna fight him, huh?
Yeah. Cormac says that's my type of diplomacy.
I want to cast See Invisibility before we go up there, too.
Cormac says, I feel like even if we paid them, they'd somehow negate on the deal or charge us more if we want to activate the stele. Since it's a divine or a sacred place to them. When we're all ready, I guess go back in there.
Okay. Okay.
Cormac will make his
You guys
way
are going
back.
back in there. Well, if you're gonna fight them, Lowell's just gonna stay outside.
That's probably fine.
That's
gonna wait.
fine. No, you get back in there.
Okay. You guys go back in there,
Okay.
and they're there waiting.
I'm gonna start this off with a bang, I think.
With a what?
A bang.
A bang.
Trying to decide if I would just want to just straight up just kill one right off the bat, but
Well, they ask you.
hmm.
What have you decided?
Surprise!
Cormac says we've decided to take this for our own, and he will start casting a spell.
Okay, everybody roll me initiatives.
To think Lulz was willing to pay, but then again, he's not a fighter, is he? So
That's not a good roll, but that's alright.
Using my bonus or my ability.
It's like,
Wow.
that 14. 14's not too bad.
Yep.
And I should have used my like when I picked out a spell from spell blending, I probably should have taken heightened awareness instead of ghoul touch or something. Maybe I'd almost never used ghoul touch. All my other ones have been really good choices. I've used Sense Vitals lots. I use Heroism all the time. I use See Invisibility all the time. Emergency Force Sphere is really good. Calcific Touch has been really good. But Ghoul Touch, nah, not as much.
Come for the paralyze.
Yeah. But I don't even have it prepared most days. Like, I just haven't bothered. Well, part of it, it's like you hit them, and if they make their save, it doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, it's a saver. Like a saver.
Savers suck. Yeah.
And you still have to hit them with it. So.
But I mean, it's paralysis, which is
which is really good.
Really nasty.
For a level 2 spell, it's not bad, but I don't know. I just haven't prepared it usually.
So even if I like kind of surprise them with the spell cast, they'll go before me.
I don't think they're surprised.
I'll just say this: they're not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured it was something like that. I was just throwing it out there for a chance.
Yeah, I get you.
I remember there was.
They probably felt like the magic being cast outside or something, even though we were outside.
Yeah, I remember reading about a game where they would say like the GM would always just give they would go in and they talk to the big bad guy, and then he would do something and be like, "Oh, he always just gets to act for you." So then he's like, "Why?" And then the players adapted, and when they ran across like the bad guy, they just attack him like he would never get to do his monologue, and it's like. Yeah, the GM's like, why won't you let me do monologue? Like, cause you always fucking dick us over, so we're not gonna stand for it. As soon as we see bad guys, we're just gonna attack them right away because we don't want to. We don't want to get screwed by them getting a free action against us.
You forced us to throw diplomacy out the window.
I always wanted to be like the villain's giving the monologue, and in the middle of it, you're like, "Fuck this shit," and you throw like a knife in his face.
I mean, you can
no
do that,
monologue
but it's like,
for you.
Right. The way that has to work, unless you're doing it some way that's deceptive, you have to you just roll initiative because that's what it says in initiative.
Right.
Everyone rolls initiative. There's no surprise around. Everybody's aware of everybody else.
What you could do is if like the way that you do that is you have someone go in like invisible, so they
or you have somebody roll a bluff if they want to do it, like, and catch them off guard in the middle of a conversation or something like that. So that way, and then like everyone gets a sense motive, and as long as you make the sense motive, you can, like, you have to. There's ways to work with it if you want to do stuff. Like
or
you got to give the players a chance.
Psychic, like there's spells too, like what's it called? It's like calm something, to where you're casting but you don't show any like signs that you're casting.
Oh yeah.
Calm visage. Yeah, calm visage too, where like you're just there and you have like no somatic components and stuff like that, or it's an illusion. That, like,
there's a feat that lets you do that with like arcane spells and divine spells too.
Okay, so here's how things start off. You guys are getting ready, and the Nagas, they react quicker than you. And one of them leads off with incanting a spell, and I'm pretty sure a 23 hits your touch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a fortitude save. Because this they don't seem to have like any hands or like features and stuff, but this ray still shoots from its body. Or maybe from like its tail tip or something.
Oh jeez.
I hope it's not disintegrate. I guess if you made the save, that's fine. It can be disintegrate. Although I'll be scared. I'll be a little scared.
Like, okay, guys, let's go.
It's alright, because I got 3 spells now that can do shit like that.
29's probably good enough, though.
Yeah.
Okay, you save and you'll take half of this effect. You take a 4 penalty to your strength.
Oh,
This
it's-
ray weakens you, and after incanting the spell, the Naga hisses back to you that we will defend this place with our lives. This one's gonna do something similar, but it's gonna shoot one at Finger.
Alright. It's probably gonna hit.
Oh yeah, definitely hits. This is like in the 30s touch.
Alright.
It rolled real good. Not enough
Fort
for a
save?
critical, but yeah, fort save.
That's not a very good roll.
It's not, but you still save. Because thankfully it's a low level spell. Oh, it's a good number though. You're gonna take 5 points of strength penalty.
Okay.
And these are both gonna last for, let me see. It's gonna be rounds per level. This is 9 rounds. Yep, 9 rounds of a force and 5 strength penalty.
Okay.
Kudu.
How many rounds was mine?
Also
They're
9.
both 9. They fire debilitating beams at Cormac and Finger.
Okay. Damn. Okay. I'm going to begin summoning.
Okay. You begin summoning. Jane. She's gonna cast Detect Evil. And
I bet they're not.
yeah,
They
she
might
kind of
be.
frowns and
Okay, not
and
clerical.
whispers to you guys. They're not evil.
Probably
He
neutral.
says, "I'm not sure what to do here. I think maybe we're in the wrong."
Psh, nonsense.
But she loads her gun and tells them, "Just go away for a while." And she'll pass her turn to Cormac.
Cormac spell, or he's casting a spell. He's gonna target the one that hit him with the ray, and he's casting destruction. Like I said,
Okay.
opening
Right
up
here.
with a bang. So it needs to give me a fortitude save.
Does it have SR?
So this one.
No, it was this one that fired at Cormac. Number 2.
Oh, which one went first? Oh, yeah, it was number 2.
Yep.
Okay, let me see.
If it has SR, he might have to roll a spell first their SR. But I don't know if they have it or not. They might. These things sometimes do.
It doesn't seem like it has spell resistance.
Alright.
What is the what's the save?
Fortitude.
22.
22 fortitude?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it saves.
So it takes 130 damage.
Okay. It takes a big hit, and all that like divine power tries to destroy it. It's still alive, but it's looking really badly hurt.
And he'll move to there to try to spread out.
Okay. Yeah, but that one is like It's writhing in pain. Let's see, this third one.
He'll move, and as he's moving, he'll pull out his greatsword.
Okay. It is going to... It's gonna come over and try to bite you. They only have 5 feet of reach, so it's gonna get closer. Yep, here comes a bite. Does 21 hit you?
No.
Okay, that's its turn. Finger.
All right. I'm gonna roll a knowledge check to see if I know if these gonna have any elemental resistances or anything like that. What do I have for plus on my?
Didn't you already identify what Nagas are?
Oh, I know what Nagas are, but these ones in particular, I want to know. I never rolled on them
Oh
in
yeah,
particular.
yeah.
Like these specific
sure.
ones. So do they have any sort of resistance, like elemental resistances?
You actually don't think they do.
Okay.
They have no energy type resistances. You just think they're immune to poison.
Okay. I'm going to, and I know they only have 5-foot reach too, which is interesting. I'm going to use a swift action to enhance the Aberration Bane Bastard Sword. To increase its enhancement bonus up to +5, and I'll give it the flaming property as well. And then I'll also cast. I'm gonna cast Elemental Touch, I think. And I'm gonna give
Okay.
Elemental Touch. I'm gonna do it as for Elemental Touch. It's gonna just be acid damage, I think. Or no, I'll do it as cold damage. Try to fatigue these guys. So I'm doing fire and cold damage, but and I'll move up and deliver that free attack from Elemental Touch. The first one on this. Try to hit this guy. So let's see here. And this is an aberration, so I'm gonna get the Aberration Bane bonus as well. So 36 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So let's see, this is +5 on top of what it has on the character sheet from the enhancement. Okay, this is just the physical damage. 17 physical damage, and then a d6 of fire damage, and a d6 of cold damage. So a total of 23 damage, it looks like. And they need to make a saving throw versus the Elemental Touch effect. This is a Fortitude save? Yeah, this is a Fortitude save. DC 18.
All right. This one goes down.
Okay. Don't worry about the Fortitude save then.
It's bleeding and dying, but not dead.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Gus casts Greater Invisibility on himself. And that's his turn. This one's down. This one is going to move but try to bite you.
Okay.
Does the 22 hit you?
No.
Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah. They only get one attack. Kudu. Your summon, I think, completes. What are you summoning?
How tall is this room?
Let me see if I can answer that for you.
I'll get my rolls ready.
Hmm. I'll say that it's just under. It's pretty tall since it is like. It's like a dome with all of these like pictures and stuff in it. It's just under like 20 feet tall. So like the giant, he could probably fit in here, but like he'd have to crouch. So it'd be kind of cramped for like a huge creature. But large creatures could easily like walk around in here and have some like headroom. Is that what you're looking for? Secret said she was going somewhere.
Nope.
You said that the ceiling was like 20 feet, so a huge
Yeah, just
elemental
under
should
20
fit
feet.
in.
So huge could still fit in here, but it'd be a little bit cramped for it. But a large creature would have plenty of headroom.
That's fine. He's an elemental. Or if, you know what? Let's just do a large. Whatever. It's fine. Large elemental.
Okay.
And
Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna put him over here with a flank, and he's gonna slam twice.
Okay. The 27 hits. The 17 does not hit.
+3, so 8. And then Kudu.
8 points of damage.
Hmm. And then
All right.
Kudu's going to 5-foot step here. Empower to avoid burn and boost my blast. Did you tell her if they were immune or resistant?
I told Fingrim that they have no elemental or energy resistances.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go against their touch for a cold blast. Spell resistance maybe?
Nope.
No, okay, well.
Is that against their touch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. That, yes, that hits their touch. Okay. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm doing that to the elemental to my right as well, not the one the elemental's at. No, the other one. The other one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm.
Okay, you're shooting that one. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I turned push to talk back on, and I keep forgetting to push to talk.
No, that makes sense.
Maybe that's
then.
why we didn't hear you. Or
There
I
was
didn't
that
hear you.
point there where we were like
Okay.
waiting for you to say something for a long, and probably that was what was going on then.
Jane holds her action, and she says that I don't want to fight them. They're not evil. Just don't kill them. Cormac.
He will. He's just gonna attack this one with the sword, but let me get ready. Going to activate his pugnacious ability, not the one that gives it higher, bigger weapon, just the bonus to hit. He's gonna swift channel into his weapon force, and he's gonna activate destructive smite, and and his weapon master to give him weapon focus, or not weapon focus, furious focus. Just let me add all the bonuses. All right, here comes the attack.
Okay, well, you definitely do hit. It's not a 20, but it was almost a critical hit. You don't back up with the 21, but you still hit with the 30.
All right.
All right, and it takes it takes a lot of damage. Okay, is that your turn?
He will 5 foot back.
All right. Let's see on its turn. It also takes a 5-foot step back, and it's going to cast a spell and fire some rays at you.
Oh. I'll do a spellcraft check if I can find the number here. 25.
Finger, it's casting Scorching Ray.
Okay, I've kind of figured because it was multiples.
Does a 23 hit your touch, Cormac?
Yeah.
Okay, so all 3 of these rays hit you, but the second one criticals you.
Ooh, it's gonna be a lot of fire damage.
Yep.
So there's the first one, which is normal, the second one, which is the critical, and then the third one, which is another normal 46.
You rolled pretty low on that crit.
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
You rolled really high on that first attack, though. So I guess it kind of evened out.
And it hisses angrily, "Begone, invader!" Finger.
I think I'm gonna activate my prehensile hair, and I'm not gonna cast any spells. I'm just gonna do a full attack action. I'm gonna fight defensively because I get that the penalty on that will just be offset by flanking anyway. And I'm just gonna take 3 attacks on this thing with the elemental touch spell already on my sword. So let's see here. Old ass sword. First attack. Trying to think if I have any other bonuses I'm forgetting. No, that should be right. +3 from enhancement bonus, +2 from base. Ooh, 21.
21 does not hit it.
Okay. I get 1 second iterative. That misses as well. Dang,
Yep.
wow.
Yes.
Prehensile hair attack, I guess. That misses as well. Wow,
Did
look at
miss.
those rolls. Alright, well, that's my turn.
Okay. Gus is invisible, and he does invisible things. Let's see.
You just delete him
That
from
one's
the...
down.
Or you put him on
Oh,
the
he's
GM
invisible.
layer.
He's on the gym later.
Yeah. That's like perfect.
The one
The best way to
near
GM NPC.
Fengrim. He's gonna
Character.
5-foot step over here and try to bite.
How dare you?
Does a 29 hit you?
It does, actually.
Okay, that's gonna do some damage here. And I also need you to give me a fortitude save.
Okay. Probably made it safe, at least.
You take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And yeah, you don't feel any negative effects at the moment. Kudu.
Okay. Ooh, we're not in a flank anymore. It will 5-foot step and slam twice. We don't get the flank this time.
Okay, which one is for which one?
The elemental is slamming.
Oh,
the
okay, on this
maggots
one.
next to twice.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 28 hits, the 24 misses. Okay, so 5 damage.
And Kudu's going to gather power to avoid burn and fire another touch range attack at the one to the right.
Number 3 over here.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll hit. Give me the damage. Alright, it's looking pretty hurt. It's your turn. Jane is gonna go over to Cormac, and she's gonna cast Cure. She's gonna lay on a hand
Okay.
for 15. Your turn.
$15. That's like 1 Scorching Ray got deleted.
Yep. He's going to cast Bone Shatter on the one across the way, one that's to finger him.
So on this one,
Yeah.
what's is the DC of Fortitude?
Yeah.
Got a pretty good high one. 26, I think, saves.
Yeah, that saves, but it
So
still
go ahead and give
takes-
me the damage.
Yeah, I'm looking back up again. I always forget to pull it up when I do.
Okay. So let's see. It takes about 28 points of damage.
And it's also fatigued for rounds per level, or minutes
Okay.
per level. So 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little weaker. All right, is that your turn?
Yes, that's his turn.
Okay. This thing is actually going to move closer to Fingrim and into a flank. It's gonna try and bite you.
Oh no!
Oh, it misses.
Yep.
Fingrim.
I'm going to move out of the flank and into my own flank here. Is this the one that just got fatigued, or is it this one that
Yeah,
got fatigued?
this is the one that got fatigued.
Oh, he's already fatigued? Maybe I don't want to hit that
Yeah.
one then. Maybe I'll move up here instead then. Because, yeah, my thing has potential chance to fatigue as well, so... Alright, I'll hit this guy then. Also he's more damaged anyway, so I might just down him if I roll well. First attack, 33.
That'll hit.
Alright, so 23 physical damage. And then fire and cold damage, 2 cold, 3 fire, and a fortitude save to avoid being fatigued. And then I'm going to do some more attacks if she's still up. But if she's fatigued, her AC will be
It's
lowered.
still up. Yeah.
Okay, so she's fatigued now, so it should lower AC a little bit because of the dex penalty. Slightly.
Okay.
So let's see. This is basically that attack roll -5. It's iterative.
It's a miss.
18 probably misses, and then I'll do one more attack with prehensile hair. That misses as well. All right, well, I
Yep.
hit her once at least.
Okay. Gus is still doing invisible things. Okay. This one actually gets up.
Oh no, they got
It seems like its wounds have been
fast healing or
healing
something.
quickly. It wakes up. It has to stand, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
and it moves forward. Or no, it can't, because it stood. It's going to cast a spell, and I need Fingrim to give me a will save.
Do I know what spell it is?
With a 36.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Charm Person.
Okay, so I get a couple bonuses here because I get a bonus for aberrations, and I get a bonus for charm spells. So I'll factor those in. I rolled a 2 though, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty low.
But I do have a lot of bonuses, so maybe it'll be fine. I do have another thing that lets me re-roll after one round potentially. Like it's like slippery mind.
Yeah, you save.
All right, thank God, all my bonuses paid off. My trait bonus.
It hisses back at you defiantly. This one is going to move in and try to bite Fingrim again.
Yep. It's got a flank on me as well, technically. So that'll help it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
probably
hits.
hits.
Yep. Fortitude save.
Yeah, another fortitude save, please.
All right. I guess I technically get that aberration bonus first hit as well. So, yeah, I think I'm fine.
Okay, you take actually a lot more damage this time because this is 14 points of that damage are persistent.
Oh, it has sneak attack. Okay.
And you do not feel any other effects from it.
Okay.
But that's its turn. Kudu.
Well, we'll 5-foot step here. And I have a flank now. Ha.
Yep. That'll hit. The 31 hits. Alright, do some damage.
I'm gonna 5-foot step back. Gather power. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one I've been attacking.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me your attack roll. That'll hit. Alright, let's see. I know it goes down, but I need to see how by how much. Okay. So this one, it doesn't just go down. You kill it. The frosty blast, yeah, it it just freezes its chest, and it wriggles around and it stops moving, and it's like the starry sheen of its body, all these like little like winks and twinkles on it just start to like fade, and it loses its luster. All right, is that your turn? Jane is going to move over here and heal.
Okay.
For 9 points.
That's, it's something.
Cormac.
He's going to move and cast the spell. Just give me a sec to pull up the spell because I haven't used it in a long time. To move to right there, yeah. And he's gonna cast Searing Light at the one that's right across from Fingrim. No, the other one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Because even though he kind of wants to kill these things, he kind of did hear Jane a little bit, so he's gonna try to focus on. Right, need to roll.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your roll.
And this is against their touch.
Ooh, yeah, that definitely hits. Yep, you hit it. You can roll your damage.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how much.
Ouch,
Wow.
those ones.
Yep.
Darn those ones. Okay. It's a little more hurt now. Is that your turn?
And after that, he enters the rage.
Okay, you do that. Finger him.
All right. I guess I technically already had a flank anyway, but I'm gonna move right here. Just still a flank. And I'm gonna attack this thing. So a little bit higher because of the flank. I'm just gonna do a full attack action. The 27 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so here's the physical damage. 26 physical damage. And fire plus cold. And a fortitude save. She's already fatigued, so she don't have to worry about that, actually. This fatigue's only for 1 round, I think, so... Or, actually, is it? Let me double check this. How does this one work? This just, it applies it? She's just... Yeah, it says a creature is already fatigued, suffers no additional effect. Okay, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So just the damage.
Okay.
I still have 2 more attacks, though.
Go ahead.
So, let's see here. 26.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 26 damage total, and then I'll do a prehensile hair weapon attack, or prehensile hair attack as well.
Okay.
Ooh, chance for critical. that
Yeah,
back it up?
that'll do it.
Okay, so that's 8 cold damage, and the rest is physical damage. It does count as magic.
Okay. It's still up, but barely.
All right.
All right. It's gonna go over to this one, who's still up and fighting. It's going to cast a spell and shoot some rays at Cormac.
Probably Scorching Ray.
That's my touch.
Yeah, those are all against your touch.
At least you didn't get crit this time, so
Yeah.
something.
Wasn't as much damage. Or I don't know, it might still be. Got
No,
it up.
it's not that much because I have my temporary for raging.
Okay, there you go. It's still at your 41, but yep. That's what it does. And this other one here is going to move over here and try to bite you again, finger him.
All right. That hits. Dang, this thing, she's rolling really well. I just get like hit every round.
Okay, you take that much damage and give me a fortitude save. All right, you're fine. You don't feel anything except for the pain. Kudu.
I guess the elemental doesn't need to 5-foot step, so he's just gonna slam twice.
Okay. Unfortunately, neither 22 or 19 hit it.
Okay. I'm gonna 5-foot step back and gather power and fire at this one. Actually, I'm gonna fire at the closest one here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack. Is that against touch?
Yeah.
Okay, that hits. Give me the damage. Okay, kind of a similar thing here. You hit it with the cold ray, and yeah, it wriggles around, hissing until it like hits the floor, and its starry serpentine body just kind of like becomes a lot more dull, and it stops moving, and it's dead. Jane
Who
will
doesn't like
heal.
snakes?
Jane's gonna heal Fingrim.
I don't mean to be killing him. I'm just too powerful.
Heals you for 10.
Okay.
Cormac.
Well, with them having fast healing, I don't know if we have much option anyway.
Yeah. Cormac's going to step up and attack this thing. All of his abilities before. Plus rage.
Ooh, 28 hits.
31 points of damage. And
Oof, okay.
7 of it's
Your sword, like, yeah, it like a butcher's blade, it cuts right into this thing. You cut so deep that you probably either like skewer it or cut off like part of its body, and that is definitely not something it's going to be fast healing from. And it slumps to the floor with a lot of its blood leaking out of it as it is now dead.
Alright.
Alright, well, that's going to be combat over.
I apologize to
Hmm.
Jane, but I tell her that there's what we are trying to do is too important. This was for the greater good.
Cormac does. He goes to one knee with his greatsword and he prays over them. He says, "You fought with honor, or you fought for what you believed in. May you rest in
Yeah.
peace."
Yeah, I mean, a cleric of, a follower, worshiper of Gorham is like, alright, well, they
Yeah.
didn't die cowardly. Although, who knows whatever god or divine presence they believed in.
They actually, yeah, but
Gorham gives you a thumbs up.
that's why he said you fought for what you believed in. It might not have been something that actually exists, but
Alright,
Mhm.
well, they are dead.
Yes. Well, I guess we don't have
And
to
the
worry
rest of
about the
the-
consequences of if they weren't dead.
Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. I was thinking about this. It's possible we go downstairs and the giant's like, "You killed them? What?" And then he fights us.
Oh shit.
Like he's mad at us.
or
How dare
or
you?
they somehow like had him
Didn't he
restrained.
give us the
and
okay,
we
though?
just killed his handlers.
More XP, right? Woo! Okay,
Well, I believe that I, as the giant, told Cormac that he would let you share the observatory with him if you could drive them,
Oh well, yeah.
which is
Right.
vague.
Hmm.
But he didn't explicitly say kill them.
Correct, but the way he worded it makes it sound like he probably isn't going to be upset that we did.
Well, because he wasn't
Probably.
specific, that's his fault. So there. Meh.
And he seems pretty whatchamacallit, like miffed at them anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's now it's like take out as much time as you want with this place.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yours now.
You have an
Seems-
indefinite access to it, as long as you need.
Okay. Well, yeah, the observatory here is kind of yours. You guys do anything else?
Cormac's gonna drink a potion of cure critical.
Okay.
Can't remember. Cure critical is how many D8?
48.
And spell level, right? Caster level.
I think the minimum for that is 7, so 48 plus 7.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be +7. Wait, is that correct? It's a level. Okay, yeah, no, that is correct. Level 4 spells. You get level 4 spells at 7.
And then he's gonna burn that first level spell to heal himself the rest. Or try to heal himself the rest.
Okay. You guys heal up. Jane does seem sad that they're dead. And she wonders, if what we did was right or wrong, or neither.
It was whatever it was needed.
She says that she still doesn't feel good about this. But, whatever we gotta do, I guess.
Take that anger out on Lols when we see him.
Right
The
outside.
act-
And
the
she shoots
actual-
him.
No, the actual Lols. Yeah, she goes out and shoots him. How dare you!
Cormac's gonna do a perception around this area to see if there's anything worthwhile. And on the bodies as well. He's gonna check the bodies.
Well, you start checking. There's nothing on their bodies. They're completely bare.
They're naked. How indecent.
Well, technically, if you had a high enough survival, you could probably milk their venom, but I'm good.
Yeah.
But so like all of the cushions here, you see that like once you start like going through them, they're covering these little recesses where it seems like they've hidden like a bunch of treasure, maybe even like bribes from other pilgrims.
Oh, sweet. He's gonna detect magic on the like piles.
All right, so you detect magic on several items here.
Spellcraft and ask Fingram to do as well. How many items total? Or knowledge arcana for first, I guess. I don't know how. I always forget which one.
So I think there's 3 items that are detecting as magic.
Okay. So spellcraft on all 3.
Sure.
What do the items look like? That way you can do
So one of them is a scroll. One of them is a pouch, and it's not the pouch that's detecting his magic, it's like the things that are inside of it, and like if you like roll it around, it sounds like there's stones or something in there, and they're detecting his magic. And then there's something that looks like a staff.
All right. The first roll is going to be on the staff. The second one is going to be on the stones, and the third one's going to be on the scroll.
Okay. Okay, you identify the staff with the 31.
All right.
Topped with a swirling, cloudy stone and wrapped with black iron filigree, this staff allows the use of the following spell. Gust of wind, stone shape, airwalk, control winds, and spike stones. This is a staff of heaven and earth.
Huh.
Staff of heaven and earth.
And anybody can access those? I'm guessing you don't have to be. Oh, I guess you have to.
Well, you do have to be able to cast the spells.
Okay, so.
But the nice thing is that if they are accessible to you, then you can just cast. And they do have their own charges. You can look up the item on PFS Search.
What was it called again?
A staff of heaven and earth.
Airwalk is one of the spells on it, and that's a spell you have. Right? I think. Or maybe no, I'm thinking of.
No, I do.
Okay.
So the second item, the pouch with all the stones, this is an item that you'll have to look up on Archives of Nethys. At least that's where I found it. But I'll read it to you. So these are called lithomancy stones. It's a set of 15 precious stones of varying shape and color, representing a mixture of elements, emotions, and various spiritual presences from the outer planes. Once per day, the possessor can frame a question, cast the stones upon the ground, and attempt a reading with a knowledge planes check to find the answer to their question. It takes 1 minute, and the DC also depends on the time frame of the question. And it has like some various rules for resolving it. But yeah, it basically gives you information through a successful augury or a divination for a longer reading.
Okay, so I know who that's going to.
And in addition to all that function, the lithomancy stones can be used as an additional focus for augury, divination, or similar spells.
Yeah, it sounds like a Gus item.
That's definitely a Gus item. Speaking of which,
and
where
lastly,
is it?
the scroll, that is a scroll of sunburst.
Sunburst.
Sunburst. That's a cleric spell, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Druid, shaman, sorcerer, wizard.
No, so it's not. It's actually not a cleric spell.
Wait, sunburst? Maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
Yep. It causes a globe of searing radiance to explode silently from a point you select. It does 66 points of damage, but it can just outright destroy anything that's like weak to sun.
We actually don't have anyone who is capable of casting this spell.
Nope. Just CMD it.
We'd have to, you have to use
UMD.
All
right, so those are the magic items. In addition to this, there is other treasure.
I mean, I have UMD, so I theoretically could do it.
You also find 9 cut sapphires, a mithril spyglass, and 7,430 gold pieces that are minted in collection.
Mithril spyglass.
Yes.
That's an expensive spyglass.
And with appraises, you guys estimate the value of these items, and each sapphire is worth 1,000 GP. So the 9 cut ones are worth a total of 9,000. The mithril spyglass is worth 1,500, and then you just have the 7,430 gold pieces.
Damn.
So yeah, there was quite a bit of treasure here that you now have.
Well, shall we go talk to our giant friend?
Yeah. Cormac gives the stones to Gus when he appears. He'll hold on. Cormac will hold on to the staff since he can cast all those spells.
Yep.
And Fingram, you want to take that scroll since I'm guessing you have a high use magic device.
I do have UMD, so I can hold on to it, I guess.
Yeah. And the wealth will be determined.
Okay, so you try to hand the scroll, the stones to Gus, but he is drinking and is heavily intoxicated, and he grumpily pushes your hand away and says that he doesn't want them.
All right, I'll try giving to him when Sin
he's
is
sober.
back. When he's sober.
Guys, we're gonna need to have a talk with Gus later.
We need to do an intervention.
Yeah.
All right, and who's holding on to the spyglass, the sapphire?
Well, that I think is gonna be up.
Those are like
to
matter.
determine. Well, those are. I have a feeling it'll be a good way to like get this giant even more on our good side. Be like, hey, here's some of your bribe shit back.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. You can go ahead and take them and then maybe give them back to him.
Well,
Alright, so
I'm probably not gonna give
appropriate.
all of it back. I'm not gonna give it all back, but
Yeah, sure.
definitely some.
Well, yeah. I mean, ask him if the spyglass is at least his. So.
Yeah.
you guys are gonna go back out and over to the giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be at the bottom of the stairs again. Cormac will start talking to him.
Okay. What do you say to him?
They have been dealt with permanently. That's all.
He nods and he says, then, as promised, you can share this observatory.
Okay.
I'm assuming that we'll both have some peace and quiet then.
Yes. He also he'll pull out the spyglass and he says, this is this year's.
He shakes his head and waves his hand dismissively, saying, no, I gave them several sapphires for my many months here, but I don't need them back. I paid fair and square, and I parted with those long ago.
Okay. So, it's all ours.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind if you keep it.
Okay. You will.
He just says to, be
quiet.
Be as quiet as you can. He says that he tends to do most of his research and study at night. During the day, he says that he's usually either resting or looking over his notes.
Can I do a knowledge to figure out exactly what type of giant he is?
You can give me a knowledge for a giant. I think that's knowledge nature.
I think they're nature.
Or local.
And neither one of them. I don't have either one of them. I just knew from his size that he was a giant. I guess I'll talk to Kudu. I know he's a giant though, because Cormac's seen giants. He's just
Yeah. And you
Just
Can
speak the
do
knowledge.
a nature check.
Oh, hey, that's a really good roll.
Aha.
Lucky. You know, like most giants, they're really good at throwing rocks, but he has like these distinctive features along his face and his head, and you can't help but like compare them to like little craters almost on his skull that makes you think a lot of the moon. And that out of character, that is what he is. He's a moon giant.
Huh.
You would
might make sense
also
why he's tired during the day.
you would also know that moon giants are resistant to cold. They're very resistant to cold, and they're also very resistant to fire. They have above average resistances to those two elements. You also know they're capable of casting a few spells, though they're mostly divination spells. And they also have this like, so their moods are kind of mercurial. It changes with the sea, like with the, and they can incite a certain kind of madness in other people if they feel threatened. They have like an aura,
So
a
basically,
lunar aura.
like a moonstruck aura almost.
Crazy.
I'm glad he's friendly now, or indifferent. Well, I guess we'll. Oh, this forbidden spell is still up, huh?
It is, but he'll tell you the password.
Cormac was about to ask what the password was.
Yeah, he tells you, and let's just say that you know what the password is. So it's not anything
we don't.
particular. It's just you know the password now.
Okay.
Password acquired. Do, 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 do.
We'll look at you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Well, he's almost at a breakthrough, so let's let him do his thing for a little while, and then I think we should probably deal with the ghost one first, and then activate the others after.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That seems reasonable.
You come here last, so he has some time before we annoy him again.
I don't know if we have enough to permanently like get rid of the ghost, but we could at least fight the ghost and probably not die this time, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be a little bit better at surviving, hopefully.
Wait, wasn't there supposed to be one down the well too, or?
No.
What's
I don't know exactly. I'm not actually sure what was down the well.
You've only heard of cryptic warnings about what's down the well. Particularly, it was Kaklatath in their dying breath that told you that you need to seal the evil creatures back. And that was all they were able to tell you before they died.
Do we need to do
Lowell's
that
mentioned going
before
down
or
there
after activating these?
I think I might have mentioned with Lowell's like going down there, but I think I was mistaken about one of the locations of the.
Oh.
He would tell you that he has not been down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's just a different. That's like a side quest,
Side
basically.
quest.
Do we want to go down there?
Well, by the warning, it might be that we should, maybe before we activate all of them, but I don't know. It could probably be something that we talk about next session because it's 9:50.
Yeah, we're gonna end here, but I
Right.
gotta give you guys some experience, and it's gonna be a lot.
Oh, okay.
Those Naga were worth a ton, right? Maybe not.
They're worth a decent amount altogether, but I'm also giving you experience for as if you had defeated this moon giant because he's now friendly to you. You've done everything but attune the Stele, so you're pretty good.
This is session 80.
All I know is I'm glad I actually invested in diplomacy
This
and didn't
campaign's
rely
gone
on
a
sister
lot
the whole
longer
time.
than.
Yeah, I think we've had a lot more like pauses and stuff.
Probably, yeah, because like Second Darkness was only like 70 sessions or so.
Well, we've also had a lot more things like debuffs and
We've had more
stuff we've had
setbacks.
to deal
Yeah,
with. Yeah, a lot more setbacks.
I know for
than
like our
no-
Second Darkness, we never really had any like hugely significant setbacks.
Well,
we did have setbacks, but...
I've also had to replace players too.
Right. Second Darkness, we had. I mean, I don't know. Secret changed characters for a short time, but then ended up back on the original character she was started with, and then Derek changed characters. But other than that, well, and Mantis changed characters halfway through too, I guess. But it was the same players the whole way through.
Yeah. Okay, you guys each get 22,400 experience.
All right. Still pretty far away though from level 15, but cool. That is a pretty significant number. That's the most I've gotten in a single session in quite a while, actually.
Yeah, it should be.
Since actually we get the same exact number of experience when Cormac died that session. When Cormac died and then we got him back. That was also 22 for 22. Ooh, and also fungus people. That one was the same number too. Man, this number is turning up a lot.
Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be the game for tonight. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Mummy's Mask.
And yeah, for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be
I'm
nice.
gonna be probably pretty tired because I gotta be up at 5 in the morning to go drive.